Hello. I hit the off button instead of just the volume down for my music. That was a little awkward. How's everybody doing tonight? Happy Wednesday to you. This is Hello WhirlyBall Nation, a live streamed Zoom meeting of National WhirlyBall Players from across the country. We've been doing this weekly since April of last year. Missed a couple of weeks in the fall, but you know, personal biz, gotta take care of things once in a while. I can't live stream every Wednesday, but we've damn near tried and almost succeeded every Wednesday. So if you're watching this for the first time, subscribe, give it a like. If you watch this every week, hello, how you doing? I am, of course, Gustavo the Whirly Freak, coming at you live from my little micro studio here, powered by my A10 minis and all my computers and crap. I just decided today that I'm going to stop doing the whole WhirlyBall Weekly thing as a monologue during Hello WhirlyBall Nation, because that's just too much crap to try to do. I do want to keep trying to do like a little brief WhirlyBall Weekly video, maybe on Thursdays. I'll try to pump that out, so it should be watchable by Friday. Yeah. That'll be the plan from now on. And it'll just be a recap of things I discovered in the whirly world. Like, you know, who played well on Monday night in Seattle, and I don't know, who played well on Sunday practice in Michigan. I just, these Wednesday night calls, it's just too much to try to do. Plus I don't like the sound of my mouse clicking when I'm doing stuff. When I do those videos, it's always like afterwards I'm like, man, I'm clicking like so much in the background trying to run all these little things. I have like I have to click this button to bring up my, you know, Whirly Freak thing. So you probably heard me click that. Oh, looks like David Bowen's popping in the Zoom room. Let's go over to the Zoom room and see what is going on. Mr. Bowen, you're driving in as usual?
I am driving, as usual. What's
home?
Up? Actually, I just shopped some groceries. I gotta go drop them off, and then probably, yes, heading home.
Ah. So technically still working, dropping off some groceries.
Technically, yes.
Right on.
So,
have you had a good week since last we saw you?
It was okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. So.
Me too. Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Nothing so amazing that I, couldn't live without it, but.
Right. Yeah. And I don't know if we have Mr. Fry still listening on. He was on earlier when I first popped on, but I haven't seen him come back yet. I'm sure we will. I'm hoping we get enough people maybe to do another trivia. We haven't done a trivia in a while.
Another what? I'm sorry.
Trivia. It's been a while since we've done some trivia.
Yeah, well, we have to have the trivia master to do trivia.
Well, he was here last week, but we really just didn't have enough people.
Yeah.
There was like only 3 people.
We had more people last week. Last week we had like a dozen people.
Yeah, well, by the time Bill got on, there was I think there was 5 people, and
I don't know.
Not everybody had 2 devices.
Yeah, I get it. But we had a lot of people last week comparative to what we've had in the past.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Bailey popped on. That was last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and was there somebody else new last week?
New? I don't think so.
No. But we had Ben Glotzhober answering questions that should have been answered by Clint Fisher. Clint told me the next day that he fell asleep between the hours of 8 o'clock and 2 a.m., which is just that's no good for trying to get on the Zoom call.
No, it's not.
That's the exact time frame that we do it. 9 o'clock Eastern time until I
told you guys blow up his phone, wake his ass up.
Yeah.
Nobody listens to me.
Nah, well, nobody listens to me either.
Yeah. So anyway,
did you play on Monday?
I did not.
Oh, I didn't watch on Monday because I fell asleep.
I don't know if it's inadvertent or if it's just what it is. That technically I'm technically I'm still a C player, and most of the players that are there are A players or B players. So I have never gotten a text message invite to, like, Brad will usually send the message out at 8:39 in the morning and say, hey, we need 10 for tonight. And then if he doesn't get 10, then usually sometime in the early afternoon, he'll message me and say, hey, do you want to play WhirlyBall tonight?
Yeah.
But I'm not part of the initial group that gets text messages in the morning. So
you're the backup man. That must
I'm the
suck.
backup because I'm not a higher level player. So either that or he knows I'm just going to shut his ass down on the defensive end, and he doesn't want to deal with that. So
he's scared. Yeah, that's what it is.
A lot of people are scared of me on the defensive end, but no, I'm just kidding. Nobody's scared of me.
Nobody's scared of me either. At last practice, I was told I'm the only C division goalie, so I think I got a shot at getting on a team.
You're the only C division goalie?
Yeah, I'm the only one. So if they were going to build a stacked team, that's like the best we have for C division, I'm on it.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
I don't even have to play well during this practice season. I'm on that team. But sadly, we have 7 people interested, so we either need to find 3 more people.
Hey, Bailey, Lee, and Dalton, and Angela from Texas all need teams.
That sounds like a good team right there. Put them all together. Oh.
I mean, I don't know. Obviously, we haven't discussed teams. We haven't, we've only had some Monday night pickup games. But the reality is, if you look at the teams from last year or 2 years ago in Seattle, and what's going on with that, you've got Bailey and Lee were on a team, and then you had the other Seattle teams. But most of the guys that played C want to move up to B. So what that does to C division, I really have no clue. As far
Yeah.
I'm happy staying in C until I win, but same token, I also want to be on a competitive team. I don't want to be on a team that's just going to go and get blown out. Right. So that's not fun to me. I don't want to spend my money to go to get blown out.
Yeah, you want to at least think you got a shot.
Yeah, I have to be competitive. So
that's why we play really crappy on our practice videos. So everybody's like, "Hey, look, they're playing like crap. We got to go. We're gonna kick their ass."
Yeah. It's a tough situation in Seattle because you have some people that are very competitive and very and then you have some people that love the game and love to play and want to travel and they want to win, but they don't have the competitive fire that some of the other people have. It's more, am I getting my shot? Am I getting, my touches of the ball, whatever, versus are we winning? I don't, I jokingly say in our leagues, hold on, I'm going to get the address here, 7539. I jokingly say in our leagues, just give me one shot a half. If I can come up and shoot one time per half, I'm okay playing defense the whole rest of the time. But there are people that want to be the shooter all the time, and they don't want to play defense. And I don't care if I don't even care if I get the one shot as long as we win.
My
throw me the ball. Throw me the ball in garbage time.
My chat room's got some interesting stuff going on here. Somebody, Yo Chucky says, "Shut down WhirlyBall." Whoever Yo Chucky is, thanks for your input. Shut down WhirlyBall.
Shut you down.
Robert Reynolds, it says message retracted. Did he do that? Did he retract a message? I've never seen that before.
He must have.
Let's see. I'm gonna pop out this chat. Oh, the other one's gone. Oh, it's because I have it on top chat, not live chat. Oh no, it's gone. Oh no, there.
All right, I'm gonna step out for a minute and deliver these groceries.
All right, you do that. Magic beer. This is bad stuff. Toxic AJ56, your input is duly noted. That's pretty cool. I've never had people trolling my chat room before, so must be YouTube must be sending my stuff to somebody. I got some new viewers out there that don't know that this show is pretty much just for WhirlyBall people that are really into WhirlyBall, like national players. If you have no idea what National WhirlyBall is, this live stream's probably not going to make any sense to you, because we're just a group of people that have got to know each other for over the years, playing in these tournaments over different cities and whatnot over the years. And oh no, this is not a trolling. Well, who are you, AJ56? Are you a WhirlyBaller? You gotta give me a little bit more than what you're giving me. Toxic AJ56. How did you come up with that, Mr. Toxic man? What does AJ56 stand for? Well, anyway. It says, guess. How am I supposed to guess? Guess who Toxic AJ56 is. That makes me think you are a WhirlyBaller. But he's not trolling. Or he or she. Could be a she, for all I know. Deuce in the cut. What? These crazy names. Wow. Robert Reynolds says, I'm the #1 WhirlyBall player in Michigan. That's cool. How come I've never heard of you then? Deuce in the cut says, this whack ass game. I'm really liking the activity on the chat room. This doesn't normally happen, so I don't know what's going on with tonight. I can drag it over to the audience if there's anybody in the audience that doesn't know. Of course, you can look at the chat usually if you're in the audience, right? Well, the game isn't supposed to be funny. The game is fun. It's fun. I think it's fun. But I wouldn't say that the game is for unathletic white people. That's a generalization that doesn't need to be. I mean, it's for unathletic people in general. You could say that. I would agree with that. I know all kinds of non-white people that love whirlyball, so your statement is not true in that department, sir. Deuce in the cut. Can you somehow convince me how the game is fun? Deuce, have you played it before? If you played it before and did not have fun, I cannot help you. If you played it before and you didn't enjoy it, then that's on you. I would have to say. I shouldn't have to try to explain to you why I think it's fun. Have you seen black people play the game yet? Yes, I have, sir. I've seen some very good Michigan players that just so happen to be black that have helped us win victories. So yes, I work at WhirlyBall and definitely reffed a lot of parties. A lot of people of many different nationalities, colors, and whatever. Everybody plays WhirlyBall. So if you're missing out, you're missing out by just saying it's only white people. I tell you what. Quit paying. Look how many people are in this chat room.
Okay, well, that's nice. But
Deuce in the cut. You need to go play some whirlyball. I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
whirlyball is for everyone.
Well, I can pull up a video if you've never seen it played. I can do that. But I don't know. It's fun because it's bumper cars. You drive around in bumper cars. And
it's more athletic than you think it is.
It is a lot more athletic than you think it is. When you play competitively, you have to move your body around. Because not all the cars move equally. And as a competitive player, you're kind of frustrated when you're in a crappy car at whirlyball. So you end up kind of trying to push the car with your own weight. And that can be kind of tough on the old legs, in my opinion. Let's pull up. That's what I want to do. So here's your standard game of whirlyball. What do I got to do to get audio on here? There it is. A little court noise. These cars do make a little bit of noise, which is kind of annoying if you're out there. So this is Michigan. This is Novi, WhirlyBall Novi. Black team shoots on the black goal. Red team shoots on the red goal. And it doesn't look very exciting when you watch it on video, but see, they're passing around that ball, trying to see who's got the better shot. There's a 30-second clock when you're playing a competitive game. Usually people play just a party mode. Usually people rent these for parties. The court is rented hourly. But there's people that took this game seriously from the get-go in the 80s. A lot of them are out in Seattle, still playing. Because they love the game so much. Anyway, that's enough whirlyball. Pause that.
Hey, just for the record, I started in '88.
Yeah. Yeah.
I played my first game in 1988.
Yeah, David Fry from Cleveland has been playing WhirlyBall a long time. I do have an Uno card in my hat. It's an old school draw for a wild. For good luck. I don't know. I felt like putting it in there. What can I say? Well, I hope that I get some more people on this Zoom call. Where's Bill at? Mark? Yeah, we haven't seen Mark in forever. Maybe Mark is one of the people watching right now. If you're watching, Mark, get on the call. What are you doing? Who else should I message? Let's message Frank. See if Frank wants a Zoom. Zoom. Yeah. Shoot, dang. I guess maybe I will just keep watching this video. 'Cause there's not much else going on.
Which game is that?
It was one of the first games we were playing on Sunday, I believe. Bring in that audio. And I'm not prepared. Where's my picture? That's not where I want that. Flying key. A. Oh, that's little. Let's make you bigger. Ooh. I didn't have this set up ahead of time. Let's put that up one notch. Let's move that over here. I like being on this side of the room for some reason. Let's take... No, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And now, take that. There we go. Too many options. Alright. So in this game right here, score is 4-4 with 3 minutes left to go. That was Dan Serlin scoring a goal for the black team. No, this is the second game because I'm in it. The first game I would have been reffing. That's me sitting there in black 2. Tie game 6-6. Yeah, it's kind of like, what do people usually say? It's like basketball meets lacrosse in bumper cars. That's the best way to describe WhirlyBall. And if you've never played, you know, look up a center near you and get 10 friends together. 10 to 15 is ideal. So get 9 friends, 9 to 14 friends. It can be a little pricey, the hourly court rental. But you know, split amongst 14 people, that's a big deal, really. I think. Anyway. So strange to have so many people in the chat today. Oh, there's Bill. I would rather talk to Bill than watch this video, so let me get back on there. Zoom. There we go.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on, Bill? There we go. Oh, shoot. There we go. I got a whole bunch of people that have been chatting in the chat room, in the YouTube chat room.
Oh, yeah?
And that doesn't normally happen. So, like, either I just gotta... You out of here, David? Or are you just saying hi?
Just saying hi to Bill.
Oh,
I had it
up,
on
sir?
mute because I'm talking to the dogs.
yes, yes.
All right.
But hey, Bill, how you doing?
Good, man. Hope you're doing well.
Yep, try it.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting here. I don't know if I should screenshot this because I don't think my... chats on these get saved. But it's been kind
WhirlyBall people chatting, or
no, it's like
random
people. Like these names are like Toxic AJ56. That was this guy's name. He was saying some junk on here I had to delete. And then
Smite him.
yeah, I did. And Deuce in the Cut. He's that person's been saying a few things. And then let's see, Robert Reynolds and Rob Drilly. Like,
those are some real lame people that got to come out and troll WhirlyBall.
well, it's funny because like I've never had trollers or whatever, and the one guy's like, no, he's not trolling. And I'm like, what does that mean? You're not trolling? Who are you then? Are you a WhirlyBaller? What the heck? But to have
All things to troll though.
I had 3 or 4 different people, I don't know who they are, in the YouTube chat, and that's never happened. So the videos are getting out there to new people.
Yeah. Or they can't find sex addiction chat rooms.
Right? Right.
Come on, man! Don't scare away the new people.
I'm going to get on the Zoom, and then we'll get them into some WhirlyBall, and
Right?
who knows?
I don't know. So what's your
Anybody
weekend
else jump on today?
I mean, David Bowen's here. David Fry's here. And that is it so far. You and I. And David Fry. And David Bowen. I sent a message to Frank. He says he might be on later.
Alex said he just wrapped up covering a basketball game. He's an hour from his house, and he'll hop on when he gets home.
There we go.
Yep.
So maybe we can do some trivia in an hour or so.
I messaged George, didn't get any response. Messaged my CB Seattle chat room and got no response. And I sent out my weekly text message to the people that aren't in my Facebook group. So, yeah.
Right on.
We'll see who jumps on. I'm sure Steve will get on at some point. Maybe Mark.
I was hoping maybe Clint might make an appearance tonight and answer some questions. Though he did say that Ben pretty much covered it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why these. I don't know. David mentioned me in a comment.
Who did? David Fry? You gotta specify, man. There's too many Davids.
No, David Bernard just tagged me and I thought I clicked it.
Speaking of WhirlyBall, any of you guys going to play Sunday?
Yeah, that's what David just tagged me in.
We tried to play the last 2 weeks and couldn't have enough.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
David Bernard tagged you?
Yeah, because so we got a poll in the Michigan Club Facebook page, and I thought I'd already clicked an answer. Apparently, I had not.
Okay.
Which is weird.
Oh, I see Bernard's on there now.
Yeah, so yeah, he tagged me.
Well, tag him back and tell him to get his ass on the Zoom call.
Well, there's
Yeah,
George.
tell him we got...
Tell him the real David B is on the call and told him to get his ass on here.
Nobody cares.
George says nobody cares.
Are they practicing this weekend or what?
Say what?
Are we going to practice this weekend or what?
That's what we were just talking
That's
about.
what we were just talking about.
Is that a yellow card in your hat?
Say what?
Is that a draw 4 card in your hat?
It is a draw 4.
That rocks. And I like the hat too.
Well, thank you. I like
He's been
it.
rocking the Uno for about a month now.
Yeah, nobody noticed. And this other card is a Joker. I actually have a few cards.
Oh, that one's harder to see.
I have a few cards on the back end. Nobody sees that.
No.
And my buttons, these are Tom Petty Wildflowers buttons. That's the Wildflowers logo from the Wildflowers album.
You're a card.
You say I'm a card?
Yeah.
I am a card.
Well, I could have said you're a Joker. That would have been, more appropriate probably.
Yeah. I am a Joker.
I talked to Clint today, but he said he wasn't sure if he was going to make it now on Sundays because he might have to work the weekend.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he created the poll and then said that he's a definite maybe.
I talked to him today while I was talking to him. He said they asked people to work. They might have to work the weekend and work.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to. It's just if he has to, he has to,
Yeah.
How was last week? Looked like you guys had a bunch of people.
Yeah, we did have a few people on.
No one from Chicago?
Well, Bill popped on for 2 seconds. And Julie pops on as like we were just about to like cut it and go to bed. And we were like, all right, let's hang out with Julie. And I was just like in my zombie sleep mode.
Yeah, me and Gus and Julie, and we're just basically keeping Julie company while she closed up the bar because she didn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
I won. Bob traded me and I won.
For sure. Because, yeah, we're nice guys. We wanted to make sure she felt safe.
I will.
Like, or felt like she had company anyway.
God bless you.
So what's your week been like there, George? Or
busy as usual.
nothing exciting besides just being busy?
Nobody from nobody. Well, I had a CT this week. That was nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, nothing bad. I'm good. Part of a 10-year-old probably.
Okay. What what made you want to go get that?
I've had like 5 episodes of chest pain, but it turns out it's probably just GERD, heartburn.
Oh yeah, that's good. I mean, that sucks. Heartburn sucks.
Yep.
But yeah, chest pain.
Better than the deep burns he usually gets.
Probably true.
What's going on, Frank, the outlaw himself?
Hi, Gus. How are you?
Speaking of burning when you pee,
David Fry's got jokes.
The birds that Frank deliver are usually the women, so. And the itching.
Good Lord.
What's up?
I said the birds that Frank delivers usually are the women. They're usually burning and itching.
Well, George, you know what? Since you mentioned burning and itching, how are you doing?
How about you, Skinny? How you doing?
Not bad. Not bad.
All you guys are skinny.
As a team, we've collectively lost, 150 pounds if we were playing together in this year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Alexa, turn on desk lamp. Jesus, that's loud. Trying to get to the computer to Zoom rather than doing it here.
Yeah, that way you have a free device for trivia in an hour when Alex gets on, and we have.
Oh, I won't be on in an hour. Man.
Oh, come on. You're no
Be
fun.
posting more shit on Facebook in an hour.
Yeah, got time to post shit on
What's
Facebook.
What's on for trivia today, Bill?
Whenever people want it.
Whenever
I'm
we have
a
enough
man of the people.
What is your trivia? I'm asking.
Oh,
What is it? I got to go back and look. It was from a few weeks ago. It was right after the Super Bowl, so it was goats. So trivia about like the greatest of all time and record breakers and stuff like that.
Billy goats,
Gotcha.
mountain goats.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a whirlyball goat in there? Well, there's another George.
No. I was getting
Uh-oh.
excited. I thought there was another person. It's just two Georges.
Yeah.
Very well. I love that meeting. There you go. So you can get
There you
excited.
So
That broad's got too thick of a beard for me.
fun with filters. That doesn't even look like you.
Thanks.
What doesn't look like?
George looks like somebody else.
Yeah, I can give you a couple of people, George.
Why you?
Betty White.
How about
Oh,
the
no. You know what? That's a nice shade for you, dude.
Mhm.
Match your vulva.
Thank you.
There's a lot worse things to look like than Betty White, man. That's so.
Oh, no, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
What is she like? 98 now, something like that.
99, I think.
Yeah.
It's in, but I don't know if it's 98. But you're darn close if you didn't hit it on the head for sure. She's up there.
99.
Yeah. 99.
She just turned 99 this year.
That's awesome.
There we go.
And that's kind of cool.
I'm just graffiti.
Yeah, you're a brick wall. You're a brick painting.
Man, live a freaking century.
Right? Mandalorian.
What the heck?
Hey, that was a good look for you. Again,
What's that?
do that again, man.
The Mandalorian?
Nice. That was nice, Billy.
Freddy Krueger?
Oh, wow.
No, put the mask on though. Let's see. Oh, there you go.
Thanos.
Thanos.
Baby George. With a beard.
Oh, that just looks weird.
Yeah, that's what.
This is my young whirlyball days.
When mom smokes crack, that's what. You come out with a beard.
Here's the more appropriate one.
That is your fave.
Yeah, this one's pretty good too, though. You know.
Frank seems to be folding laundry. Amy just inquired as to what you were doing.
Oh no, I was paying attention. I got to see the diver at the end.
I got this one. This one's always good.
What the heck?
Oh my god.
You can go Predator.
That is, you are one ugly motherfucker.
How about now?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good look.
Hammerhead.
This is what I do when I'm like bored at the end of the night and I have nothing to say and everybody's talking and nobody's talking to me. I just put. You got some cool filters. Are these Snapchat filters? The logo.
They are. It's Snap camera. You have to open it before you're in Zoom, though.
Yeah, I was wondering how you were able to do that. That's weird.
Yeah. Old man, hey. How you doing? This is really old George Whirlyball guy.
Okay. All right.
Here's Frank George, it looks like.
It's us. It's
look
like you
like
and
a
Frank
Frank.
made babies, man.
Hey, Frank, it's you.
Wow. Probably be me in about, I don't know, 30 minutes.
You guys and those face swap things.
That wasn't a face swap, though. That's actually a filter of an old man that just happens to look like Frank.
I thought you nabbed a picture of Frank
I
and used
didn't.
it.
I really
Yeah,
did.
it's pretty uncanny.
George,
What?
I posed for the old man filter on all Snapchats. I want you to know I get 15 cents every time you use it. So please use it at
All right.
Hell yeah.
I
Keep
just
it
got
up.
better. I just got better at sports.
There's Mr. David Bernard.
There you go.
Oh, Pennywise. That's not frightening. Oh, that's frightening. Yeah, I don't like that.
Gus, are you not a clown guy?
Yeah, no.
Hey, don't feel bad, man. There's a lot of people that have a hard time handling, clowns in general.
I can handle clowns. It's the scary clown thing is not me.
Which ones aren't scary?
I mean, clowns are clowns. It's just the
This one removes my beard.
That's kind of cool. I need a filter. Remove my beard.
A lot younger with no beard.
No
He
kidding.
looks older without a beard.
Oh, yeah?
I think
You
so.
Wait till you see me. Maybe I'll shave it on Sunday.
Yeah, David, I could have swore I clicked that poll like 2 days ago. Apparently I didn't. So
Nobody's clicked it. I'm sure we can get enough people easy. It's just nobody's clicked it, so they
We're
might.
bringing almost a
might
whole
cancel it.
team.
I thought I did. That's the funny thing. I remember reading it. I thought I clicked it. Yeah.
We're almost bringing a whole team.
Whirlyball serving food and drinks yet?
Drinks. I don't know if they had. I'm sure. I'm sure
Probably
they've
get
had
beers.
food.
Why wouldn't they?
I just saw your eyes are crazy.
I think they were just shy of it last time I was out there.
I saw Tim the cook. I don't know if you guys know the cook Tim at Whirlyball Novi.
Yeah, Timmy, D player, cook.
No,
yeah.
the cook,
No.
not the D player.
When he's
Wanna
not
eat
scrubbing
that food?
toilets, he's pretending to be the A champion.
No. No, Tim's a guy that I've worked with forever. Actually, I work with Timmy as well. Tim and Timmy. But it was just funny because I hadn't seen him in like a year. And, you know, haven't seen him since like, right before we shut down leagues about a year ago. and I saw him walking past me, and I was like, "Is that Tim?" He was like, "Gus." We had a fun little, wow, I haven't seen you in forever type moment, when you do that with somebody. Oh yeah. Is that Hogwarts?
Yeah.
I was like thinking this was some kind of real place you were at. And then I just realized I think I know why I recognize it. That's my old stomping grounds. Did you know that the fictitious character Harry Potter, not Daniel Radcliffe, the fictitious character Harry Potter is the same age as me? He is.
Really?
Yeah. Look it up. Same graduating class, 1998.
Ditto.
Yeah, Harry Potter was born in 1980 as a character, a fictitious character. And if you didn't know, now you do.
Well, got him by 8 years then.
Oh man.
Yeah, right.
Meow.
I'm so sad.
You big pussy.
Oh, kitty. I want to pet George.
Hey, look at this. Is it wrong that I might let other people pet me, but I'm not sure I want Gus's beard and pet me.
Oh. So, David, you going to try to stick around for the goat trivia?
Yeah.
See how well everybody knows their goats.
I was watching it in the chat earlier. I saw all those people trolling you.
Yeah, were you one of them?
No, I was not one of them.
Who do you think these people are? Did you
No
read
idea.
all that junk?
What happened?
Yeah, this
People were trolling Gus.
toxic AJ56. This guy's got it out for me.
What did he say?
Oh, he has nothing to do.
He apparently has nothing to do.
They're saying WhirlyBall's not fun, and
Oh my god. Are they from
only for-
Detroit? Or?
it's only for out-of-shape white people.
Yeah,
Really?
they
Yeah,
could've-
they said
yeah,
that.
they could've
Well, they're not wrong with
that.
that, but let's see him come and play.
Frank acknowledges.
Right.
Let him
Show
face
him
off
how
against
outta-
James Gill for a minute.
Right. Yeah. No, this is some good shit here. He said, "This shit is shit, and who fucking asked, bitch?"
I didn't see that one. Is that a new one?
It's a new one, yeah. Toxic AJ56 came back.
Oh man.
He's back.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was somebody I knew just messing with me, but like, how would I know?
That one guy said he was the best WhirlyBall player in Michigan.
Yeah.
The first thing that came to my mind was Timmy. It's like, this is Timmy trolling.
Probably is.
Yeah, that was Robert Reynolds.
Yeah, Robert Reynolds, that was his name.
That
Yeah.
sounds just like Timmy.
AKA Charles Tiger. AKA Billy.
He's got a fun little shot going there.
Oh, that's Billy, you think?
I don't know if he's the best player in WhirlyBall.
That'd be interesting.
No, they said the best player in Michigan WhirlyBall, not the best player in WhirlyBall.
Well, he added the word Michigan.
We all know who the best player in WhirlyBall is.
And Billy will tell you different.
Jeremy Bennett.
Gus.
Yeah, Jeremy Bennett.
Jeremy
right.
Bennett's one of my favorites.
Maybe.
Put him on Rushmore.
I'd put my money on Mr. Humble and Kind.
Who?
I'd like to see the two of them face off. That would be fun.
Bill?
Half court 1-on-1, Jeremy versus James. That'd be fun.
Make it, take it.
I bet you a lot of people would put money on that, and someone would lose.
Yeah.
Probably half the people.
Yeah. Maybe not half, but
I bet it would be split. Pretty close.
think. I don't know.
So
I
that
think-
setup.
Gil would get a lot of the old love, and James or
What?
Jeremy get a lot of the young love.
What odds do you, Jeremy, if he's going up against Gil? If you consider Gil to be the best player in WhirlyBall, that would mean that Jeremy is an underdog. So what would you give Jeremy as far as?
Well, we're talking about legit betting odds now.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to legit bet this,
Let me
you
ask
want to
you.
put.
I said put money
no,
down, and Frank got
Let me ask you
serious.
this: what do you think about Gil's defense?
He's awesome. He can get to just about anything, and he's actually a lot taller in that car than you give him credit for. He may
Jeremy's
not.
defense is very good.
I totally get it, but I would say Jeremy, being lighter, might be able to move around James a little bit, but James is going to outshoot Jeremy, so you still have to give Jeremy the underdog. So I would say fair.
Well, whose carts? Whose carts?
Where are we playing?
Yeah. Seattle.
On Seattle, that's unfair. It's James' court.
If it's Seattle, then Jeremy needs odds. Yeah, I'm going there.
Yeah. If you put James, any other large person, and any other center, maybe the exception because they have the same type of cars, but you put them in a Michigan center, the cars don't move. So James is at a disadvantage. Jeremy can literally hang out at the 3-point line just inside the weld and shoot there, but James could also do the same thing.
I like Jeremy more in Atlanta.
Well, they move. You just gotta make a move.
Yeah, they moved better last time I was there.
Seth, per pound soaking wet. Yeah, dude. But hey, listen, in Seattle, we were all moving just fine. Everybody, I don't think anyone was at a disadvantage by having a worse car in Seattle, where in Michigan,
Agreed.
You get one of those dogs and you are literally riding on a two-legged dog named Lucky.
Yeah, but
you can't get around. There's nothing you
last
can
time
do.
we were in Michigan, the carts ran great.
Yeah.
So let's put them both in an off center. Let's call it Cleveland's cars, right?
I call it Atlanta. I like Atlanta's cars. They're the best.
Atlanta is pretty
Atlanta's.
fun.
So let's use Atlanta then. You put them in Atlanta. Who do you think has the advantage?
Those cars are so drivable. I don't know. That would be closest. That would be the closest place I think for that matchup to me.
Oh, so now we're just talking players.
Okay.
If you had to pick a WhirlyBall team, who would you pick first, Jeremy or James?
Right now?
I pick Jeremy.
Okay.
Homerism.
No, not really.
And
on both sides.
I've only seen James a few times, but I've played against Jeremy many, many, many times. So I know from experience against Jeremy, but I don't really get to play against Gil, so I wouldn't know.
Sure.
Who's best? Who's best, Jeremy or Sam?
I'd be Jeremy.
It's Jeremy.
I'd say Jeremy is now, but Sam was probably better.
All right. How about Driscoll or Jeremy?
Jeremy, easily, hands down.
Okay, so you're saying, in essence, that Jeremy is probably the best player in Michigan. As long as Billy Tigger does not get on this Zoom call, he would be the best player out of Michigan.
Correct.
Billy Tigger is
All right.
not the best player in Michigan.
So
I was
Not
going to
even
say
close.
Billy might have been in the day. He's cold. He's super cold. He's
No,
got
hey, Billy can still play if he wanted to, and if he applied himself and he showed up to practices and all that, I'm sure he could still, he could ring.
lifts there.
Of course, I get it. But so if we're assuming that Jeremy is the best of Michigan and James is the best player out of Seattle,
is James the best player in Seattle, or is Mike Wall the best player in Seattle?
Ooh, there's a debate.
listen, if I had a choice between Mike Wall and James, I've played with Mike Wall and I've played with James. It's close because Mike is a beast on defense
and offense.
No, of course. That's without saying anything. I would say James is a better long-range shooter than Mike is.
Absolutely.
But Mike inside of 3 welds is murder, and he is a bear.
You can't stop him. I watched him. Yeah. You couldn't stop him.
Right. So if I had to pick between James and Mike, I might go with Mike only because, I would say Mike is more tenacious and more
Or
ferocious
dominant.
than James
Sure.
is.
Right. Here's my
But
thing. You could take two people and take James out, but you could not take two people and take out Wall that day. I watched them try. They couldn't do it.
no, man, listen, I played with Mike, dude. Mike's no joke. Mike, that guy can play at any spot on the court, man. He's deadly.
And if you piss
But-
him off, he just gets better.
Oh, without a doubt, man. I remember we were playing in Texas, and we were playing against the Texas team against Russ Wonder Lick My Balls. And
And him too. He's dangerous too.
they got him in the key, they hit him, or they did something to him. And dude, he was about to tear that kid's head off, man. I mean, absolutely tear his head off. Mike's a very imposing figure, man. He's a big, and he's dope.
Yep.
But let's get back to the point. So we got Jeremy and you got James, and they're playing in Atlanta on the court that has the beam. Let's make it even, right?
Sure.
Who gets the odds? Somebody has to be the favorite there. So who's the favorite?
I'll take Jeremy for long range shots with the beam because I know James likes to throw up a lofter, not a laser beam.
Dude.
And Jeremy can throw a laser beam way, way better, I feel like.
Okay. So you're going to give the edge to Jeremy. So you'd say you'd give me 2-1 odds on James?
No.
Why not?
I'd give you like 1.3 or 1.2 to 1. It's not much.
Why can't there be even odds?
Yeah.
I don't think there's even odds. I don't think you can have those two players and have even odds. I don't think it's.
You're talking about 1 in 1A or possibly 1 in 1A.1.
I get it. And I think Jeremy would be the first one to tell you that it would be tough for him not to get some sort of favoritism in that matchup.
Agreed. I think Jeremy would say that. Jeremy's going to be humble about that.
Well,
it's true.
Even if he's saying the truth, I still think that James would have a slight edge. So let's say you go 7-5, James, right?
Okay.
In a game up to 11.
Sure.
Everything's 1 point. No matter where you hit on the court, everything is 1 point.
Okay.
It's not make it, take it.
Right.
You still think Jeremy can outshoot James?
Yeah, I don't think there's a spot on the court Jeremy can't hit. Same with James. So what's the difference? It's a matter of
I get it.
wearing somebody down, and I think Jeremy's got the youth. He's got the ability to keep working that cart harder and longer and faster and more than James will. He'll get tired faster.
Well, that's possible. But anybody can get hot. I mean,
yeah, and I watched Jeremy do it for 7 shots in a row from like fucking 5 welds or 7 welds.
Yeah, I told
championship.
Anybody could get hot. Even Tim from Michigan, dude that plays D, that is
absolutely he got hot. That's for sure.
If he gets hot against a 1-on-1 against James, which is what he's always talking about, that guy could literally put up 11 points, and James might score 3 if James is off.
Right.
It's all relevant. You know?
Right.
But if I had to bet, I would still say I would take, if I was getting points with Jeremy, so if you're going to spot me 3, I would take Jeremy. Anything less than 3, I would say James, and especially if he has money on it. So if you give him an incentive, you're going to see a different James Gill than maybe what you would normally see, right? So I would still take, if I'm getting any less than 3 points with Jeremy, I would take James.
I'm not like I wouldn't take James on a team. I'm not picking between one or the other. I'm just telling you if I have to bet one or the two right away,
right?
I go with the youth because whirlyball is a physical sport, whether people don't want to believe it or not. You have to work the cards. One-on-one, it's a little easier than obviously when there's multiple people, but not easier necessarily to play one-on-one. But I mean, you don't have to work the cards as hard because you can avoid more if you want to. All you have to do is have one guy's cards, I don't know, whatever, just a little more speed, or he makes a good move and boom, you're out of the way.
Oh, without a doubt. Sure. But I still think you have 2, pretty even drivers. You have 2 very good shooters.
Sure.
James has a little bit of a height advantage. So, Jeremy
plays much taller than he is.
Jeremy is going to go to a spot and he's going to shoot that spot.
Yeah.
And that's basically, he's going to live and die by that spot. And that's pretty much what he does in his whirlyball game anyways. And James can do all that.
I don't agree with that with Jeremy at all.
In a one-on-one, I would say if you're giving me 3 points, then I would say, all right, I'll take Jeremy in that, man, because you can't lose. I mean, I'm not saying you can't lose. It would be hard to lose spotting Jeremy 3 in a game to 11.
If you spot him 1.
I don't know. I would say that game would be closer. I think James is going to score. So let's change it. You have 11 shots only. Each person has 11 possessions. How many of those 11 possessions do you score? I'm thinking one-on-one or even open court, open shot. I'm thinking both of those guys are probably 75%ers, probably, give or take, with nobody in front of them. Just looking at the rim, looks like a huge, looks like George's butthole. I mean, it is huge. That rim is just screaming, hit me. You know what I mean? So I would say James is probably going to score at least 8. I would say Jeremy is probably going to score 7. I mean, if there's no points. Now you give Jeremy a couple of points, and I would say, oh, shit, well, if you're going to spot him 2 points in a game, with 11 possessions, I'd say, yeah, Jeremy's probably going to win if you give him 2 points there. Because James is not going to hit all 11. And I don't think Jeremy would either unless they're like phenomenally hot. You know what I mean? But it'd be interesting. I got a better one for you. Why don't you pick 2 players that don't really play offense? Like, let's take George Fishton and you put him against John Weber. 2 guys that are predominantly known for their defense, right? And you put those 2 guys one-on-one in that same situation. What do you think they both shoot? More like 20%, 30%?
You're lucky.
Last time I went to Michigan, because I'll say no, but maybe other time.
No, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm just, John is not necessarily what you would consider an offensive, or he's not known as an offensive player.
But you have to ask him. If you ask him.
Well, yeah. No, John's pretty. He's going to describe himself as a player. But I would, that would be a cool matchup because those are really good betting games because you've got guys that don't normally shoot, and either one of those guys could just get hot and rattle off 2 or 3 in a row, and that might be the difference in that game. Where now you have, Jeremy and James or Sam against Mike Wall or something like that, and you're saying, well, shit, the first guy that misses loses. You know what I mean? That's the difference in those 2 scenarios.
Mm.
What odds are we getting on George?
I would say George probably in an 11 possession game. I would say George is probably gonna shoot somewhere between 30 and 40%. If he's, because remember, John's going to be playing defense. Those 2 guys are pretty even stature, even in weight. John's been playing a little bit longer, so I'd say George is probably going to be shooting about 30, 40%, and I would say John is probably there too, maybe 30, 40%. It just depends. One guy gets a little bit hot. Let's just say George brings George from last week when he was playing, and he got hot game. Shit, that could happen to you. It could happen to me. It could happen to anybody. Shit, it's happened to David Bernard before, man. He got hot and hit 2 or 3 shots in a row. I mean, bro, if he could do it, anybody could do it, right?
I think a big factor is
David saw my game winner, so I retired after that. So.
A big factor is one-on-one experience. Like, I think that James would beat Jeremy personally in a one-on-one. I mean, he has so much more experience playing one-on-one. He's from that era where they played a lot more one-on-one as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah. One-on-one isn't about being the best shot. It's about finding your spot or just beating the guy down. And if you're in a possession game, so you're playing 11 possessions, he could literally bang Jeremy out of the way and walk into the key every single time and score all 11. But Jeremy cannot do that with James. He might get lucky and get around him once, but I don't think he's going to do it 11 times. So Jeremy's going to have to rely on his shot from the outside. And from the outside, I think we all would agree, I don't care who you are. I don't think you're going to hit 11 from 11 from, the fifth welt. It's not to say it can't happen, but it's very unlikely that it would happen. So as a betting man, I would say, that being the case, shit, that might, that could make a difference,
So now we're going to allow for
fifth weld
we're going to allow
fifth weld with a 300-pound body in front of you.
Oh no, without a doubt. I mean, and Jeremy's not going to worry about James's blocking abilities if he's shooting from 3 or beyond, only because James is not going to be able to get up that high to get Jeremy's shot. Jeremy has a very weird release. It almost looks, if you've ever seen Larry Johnson back when he was with the Hornets, or even when he was with NLV, he had really
throws
weird
it off the fingers.
And Jeremy just has this very, very top heavy release. And I don't think James is going to, now one-on-one, yeah, of course, anybody can block Jeremy. From that distance, Jeremy can put enough arc on the ball. He's not going to miss that often. But, again, you're going up against, in a one-on-one game, James can literally bang Jeremy out of the way, and there's not much that Jeremy can do about that because James obviously has a weight advantage. And no matter how hard Jeremy works, it's not like we're talking about Darby. I think Darby against James, Darby may not shoot at the rate that James does, but Darby will outwork anybody in WhirlyBall at any given time in any era.
Yep.
So, it's different. You put Darby one-on-one against James, and now I would say, you know what? James is not going to come in and shoot. So he's going to have to rely on out-driving Darby, and that's not going to happen. So he's going to have to shoot from outside. Now, James obviously can nail, 7 or 8 out of 11. I don't think Darby's known for his three-point antics. I think Darby's more of a key guy, but he was more of a setup guy. So, again, you got to add excellent driver and, a phenomenal shooter. That's an interesting matchup.
All right, so here's a better question.
Of course, you'd have to bring a canoe or a kayak to play Darby these days, though.
Now you will. You have to bring an oar, a kayak, and possibly some cold weather.
I think you have to pick what's the best 2-on-2 matchup, and it could be from any city's mix. What would be the best game of 2-on-2?
I'll take James and Mike.
No.
You can take it.
What's the best game?
That's
not
true.
What's the most dominant game. What's the closest game? You pick 4 people and you mix. I don't care what cities they're from. I'm saying you could take Mike Wall and Jeremy versus Sam Kim and James or
take that.
Whoever.
I'll take that. I would say in that case, I would go with Mike's team.
Interesting.
I would probably go with Mike and Jeremy there because they would work very well together. Sam requires the ball and James requires the ball, even though they're two very good passers. I would probably say that Mike would have the advantage there only because he's going to definitely outdrive James because he's as good driving, if not better. Plus he's got younger legs, you know what I mean? And I think Jeremy versus Sam, I think that Sam is a phenomenal driver, but I think in that case, Mike will set the right picks for Jeremy, and Jeremy would get more open than the other way around.
There's your game.
I don't know. I mean, that would be kind of a cool one.
That's what they need to do as an extra for WhirlyBall. Everybody votes on the best team or something like that they could have against two all-star teams. And have them play off each other. Having to just go on cold, never practicing. 5 people go out, 5 people from each, whatever cities mixed, and they play one game.
Yeah, we've talked about that. We've talked about that as opposed to a money tournament, doing something like that. I think it would be an interesting take to just do a legitimate all-star game for, I don't know how they do all-star games in the NBA and the MLB anymore. I don't know if it's, fan picked or if, in the NBA, they have LeBron and KD picking the teams. I mean, yeah, it's an interesting way to do it, but
right.
Nonetheless,
I think it'd be cool to have everybody vote on an all-star from each division, like unlimited, then A, then B, then C, then D. And then you pick 2, right? The 2 top people from each division have to go, and then they get picked from there. Random.
Yeah, they pick their. Actually, it would be the way it would be interesting is if you did a top 15. You have 3 captains in essence, and they would pick the other 4 players, and that would be your all-star.
Sure.
Yeah, that would be your all-star best 2 out of 3. You know, I think that would probably go over better because I think you would be able to legitimately get a good solid 15 players in that, and I think it would just be more fun to watch because you'll have 5 different categories of players trying to play together for the first time without ever have playing before. For the most part, I think it would be an.
I think it's more fun when it's almost like a money tournament when you're mixing the cities. And there's so many people that from the like Seattle and Michigan that are bigger guys that don't play in the money tournaments anymore. So like I'll never play with a James Gill or a Mike Wall or you know, some of these guys on the. I mean, I play with Clinton because I played practice there in Michigan a lot, but like in a tournament situation, I've never, you know, other than the invite. So I think not that I necessarily think I'm going to make an all-star team because that's probably not going to happen, but still.
Hey, shit, man! The other 74 people might get sick, man, and you slide right in.
Thanks, Frank. Fuck off. Danny boy, how you doing?
All right.
You still off?
No, I'm working.
Oh, good. I had had it that you were off for a while from COVID. Somebody at work with COVID or something.
I wasn't off because I had 2 weeks off because of the cold, and I was off for a week because of COVID because possible exposure. I didn't have it. It was so I worked with someone that came in contact with someone. No one had it.
Right, I got you.
That's good if we're all driving in the same car. So.
Yeah.
I already got my first shot for the vaccine.
That's cool.
So we gotta go. When we go, the 9th. Yeah, we got 10 more days to get our second shot.
I'll take off the check-in.
Oh wow.
Nice.
All right, guys.
Best WhirlyBall dog ever over there.
Oh
yeah. Hey, I got a good WhirlyBall dog. What the hell?
Nah, his dog fetches the WhirlyBall
He's
for
a
him and
ball
stuff.
return. He's the
Yeah.
ball
Mine
return.
will. Don't worry.
She's also the smartest dog alive.
Yeah. And she licks his balls. So
Yeah.
Well, that's peanut butter. That's not him.
you're right. You're right. That's cheating.
Yeah. That's a good
Well, it's
dog.
not fair. I mean, I get girls to do it for that. I mean, geez.
For peanut butter?
Nutella. Gotta switch to
Nutella.
Nutella.
Yeah. Nutella. That makes sense. These
Ugh.
guys.
I bet,
So how
Danny
many
boy,
of us-
haven't heard from you in a long time.
Yeah. How many of us are gonna go up on Saturday?
4 so far. It sounds like maybe, but we'll see if everybody shows.
Yeah, I guess I didn't risk it for no reason, huh, Bill? Got barely any snow.
We didn't go anyway. My back. It took me 5 minutes to get out of bed the other day. It was so bad. So I wouldn't have made
That's
it.
just the elephantitis of the nuts.
I don't know.
You got 8 people right now. Oh, 7 people. You need 8, don't you? Otherwise, I'm out. I gotta get on here soon.
Hey, whatever happened when you called Vernon Hills, Bill? They say anything?
You're closed.
I did not call. Somebody else
Walter
said that
did. They were closed.
Walter said they were still shut down.
Vernon Hills is shut down?
All of
I think-
Chicagoland.
Yeah, but then I saw somebody post that they were going to have like a party there or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Private parties, maybe, but.
Well, that's all it would be.
Right? I know.
Mike was saying that he talked to the guy that runs the Chicago Rec League and that WhirlyBall's not opening until like everything's like blowing over.
Yeah, until they are sure that they don't have to close again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems crazy.
It's all fucked up, man.
The kid's,
That's all right.
You know why, don't you? Because the kid's running the place now, and he's probably on vacation somewhere, just chilling with all that newfound money.
They probably haven't made any in the last year now.
Yeah, that's true. Sucks that they're dead, gone, but maybe Chicago can rise from the ashes out of that. WhirlyBall Nationals. Who knows? Maybe we convince his son.
Well, yeah, Vernon would be the only place that could possibly host it, though.
Yeah, I know, for carts and everything. The lighting's not great in there, though.
Yeah,
there's a hotel right across the street.
Yeah. Close to Dan's house, too. So.
And I can walk there.
I'd like to do a mini invite up in Vernon. That'd be cool.
I would love that. No, that'd be cool. They have a nice center for like people to hang out in.
Yeah.
Huge.
No, the Holiday Inn across the street. No, he's eavesdropping on my Zoom meeting. There's eavesdropping.
Gotcha. Hi,
I
Sarah.
probably like her more than you anyway.
No kidding. She's definitely better looking.
Yeah, that's true. She says, "Oh, thanks."
George is sweet.
Come on, she got engaged at WhirlyBall. Who could not like her?
Yeah, that's bonus points.
It is bonus points for her and negative points for Dan.
I was the person that picked the location. It was a surprise engagement. She had no idea.
That's what I mean. Bonus for her for saying yes there.
Yeah.
Negative for you for actually doing it there. Nah, we think it's great, Dan.
What you doing, Gypsy? Don't look at me with those eyes.
Oh, Amy wants to know what David Bowen is eating. This is a weekly thing. What is David Bowen eating?
Food.
Whatever he can get his hands on, evidently.
Shrimp penne with asparagus.
Not a woman.
Not right now.
Come on, let's be serious. Never. We know better. Maybe a tranny.
No, I was at Fred Mine a couple days ago, and they had some Bertolli, bagged pasta meals from the freezer section that they're discontinuing the flavor.
Oh God!
And they were shrimp penne with asparagus in it, and so they were like 80% off. They were like $1.99 for these. They're supposed to be for 2 people, which means it's a one good serving for me. So I bought a couple of them and cooked one up.
World. Oh, a banana.
Really old turtle. Hi ho.
Hey, fella, man, I'm getting a call, but I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Frank.
Later, Miss
All right.
Conversation.
Stop using the reface
All right.
app. You have a problem.
No way, Frey. No way,
That's awesome.
bro. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
Frank Myers, everybody.
Where's Mark been lately? I haven't seen him much.
I know. He's been missing for 2 weeks. He was on the Facebook, but he signed off as soon as I sent him a message. He must be avoiding us.
He's trolling you on YouTube.
Yeah, no, he's one of these YouTubers trolling me. No, I don't know who any of these people were. It's really funny. I took a screenshot. I looked them up. I looked up your channels. Now I'm gonna troll you guys. I don't know. I don't got time to be trolling. You see me trolling. Oh wow, this is Smurf. George is having too much fun.
Right.
We'll be getting enough people for Sunday.
Talking, I'm like, that looks like George, but it looks
Yeah,
like
we
he's
got 10 now.
Oh, do we? Nice.
I swear I clicked that earlier in the week, but I clicked it tonight after David tagged me.
Where did you go, Danny boy?
I was
Would
like,
anybody out there want to play on Saturday night for like an hour and hang out or anything? Or
4?
I don't know.
Yeah, hey Bill, what time are you gonna leave Saturday?
I don't know. Up to you guys.
Depends if they're going to play or not at night. Otherwise, who cares? They just go and sleep and go.
Well, yeah, that's what. But
You can still get up there and drink or something. I mean, you know.
Sure, have some dinner, whatever.
Um,
I feel fiendish.
is there a good spot to park my car by your house, Bill?
Yes, on the street.
I don't know. I don't know where he lives. Some places don't have street parking.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, as long as we don't have a bunch of snow, you can park on the street. And I could fit 2 extra cars in my driveway.
Well, one is mine because I'm putting the truck.
No, we'll put yours all the way up against the house.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm very protective of my car.
I get it, but mine has, thousands of dollars worth of tools in it, and I want it on the property. I want my insurance guy's insurance to cover it.
My insurance to cover it?
I'm just saying, it's on your property, right? It's broken into.
That doesn't work that way, but
I know.
Just quit backing up into people, damn it.
No kidding, man. Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, that's creepy.
You got to put your pick your poison jersey on and then freaking put that face on.
Right? Or this one.
Like
That's
a bearded
more
man.
Poison, right there.
So who's all been on tonight? Who have I missed?
This has been it.
Oh, weird.
Buddy.
I don't think anybody had left before you got on.
Oh, cool.
No.
Cool.
We're
I might
waiting
be
on
because you're on.
Alex.
Thinking about leaving just because you're on.
That's fair.
Gonna see enough of you over the weekend, possibly. So,
Yeah.
There you go.
So how have you not ran out of filters yet?
Oh, dude,
shit, man. It's like 400.
There you go. Hey.
I'm a snake. I'm a slithery snake.
There you
Whoa. Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, that one. I'm a bubbling goo.
All I got is my pig head, That's all I got.
Pighead made me laugh. Remember how hard I laughed when I saw Pighead? I was laughing so hard. I was not
Still
ready.
been sitting under my desk here since Halloween. So.
I'm ready for COVID.
Yep, there you go.
That would actually work for Pick Your Poison as well.
Yeah, that one's all right.
Put that right. Ooh.
I thought your guys' team name was Chicago Ice.
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Huh? I want to open my mask for that.
You guys were Chicago Ice, and we were the other Chicago team.
That's how everybody knew us when we were Whiplash. Like, oh yeah, you were the second Chicago team. I was like,
We were the
we
first.
probably the
Chicago
better
team.
Chicago team.
Actually, we were better in the tournament than they were.
Absolutely, yeah.
Funny
Man,
enough.
I hope we have it this year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it's smaller than usual. I just want to play.
You guys
What's
playing in the
Tracy
B
saying?
division?
Is Tracy playing? Where's Tracy? Go get Tracy. We'd rather talk to Tracy.
I know you'd rather talk to Tracy.
What year
She's
was
busy.
Whiplash?
What's that?
What year was Whiplash? Was that?
That
was
was
Atlanta.
18. 18.
Oh, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was actually Cleveland
That was
and
my
Atlanta,
first year.
but Bill was there with the Atlanta team.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They gave
Yeah,
us
he
our
wasn't there for Cleveland, was he?
they gave
was
us our
brutal
first
with Danny.
loss in tournament, which sucked.
Right.
Right? Oh, look at this. He's got one.
Oh, I have Zoom filters, but it's not,
okay.
not a lot.
I can't get those to work, sweetie.
What filters are you using, George?
This is like Snap Camera.
He opens it up before he starts the Zoom.
Yeah, you have to open it up before the Zoom starts. But it works great.
Too much effort.
You think so, but it's just an app. You push a double click on it.
These are my filters. I'll zoom in on a dog's face.
I like putting on hats and then removing my hat and still having a.
Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah, Gus, I don't know what division we're playing this year.
Yeah.
It would depend on what the turnout is.
Yeah, well, Frank was one of our guys, and he's having knee surgery soon.
Yeah,
and depending on what they
is for sure.
Yeah, well, he's having it. It just depends on what they have to do to him, whether he'll be back in time. Okay. And then Trey's having a baby right at that time, so he's probably a no.
Because he only gets pregnant when we're going to have nationals.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. So
yeah, why does he keep getting pregnant? That's messed up.
What he should do is
selfish.
That's right after nationals, so it's done already.
No, like right before, like fuck like crazy for 4 months leading up to nationals. It's okay, you know.
Like I'm in. I gotta see what my team is first because.
Well, right now, I mean, there's a handful of people that aren't gonna go. I mean, Trey's probably out. Cliff is out.
PK's gone.
PK's
Matt's
out.
Probably a possibility of being out for once.
Dead's a maybe.
Really?
I mean, you and Scott are from last year's team still, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a possibility if we end up losing Frank and Trey, and if Matt doesn't go this year, that means me and George and Walter could play with somebody like you and Scott or something like that.
It would be decent.
No, we'd be a really good team.
Are you playing C?
We would if that was the case.
If that was the team, then yes, we'd
I'll
play
play
C.
with you guys in C. You need a good goalie?
Always.
Why, you don't have a team?
I have a team. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
I'm sure we'll have enough guys.
Yeah. We have 10 people that have said they're going already. It's just that's probably one D team and one C team. And
we got John Weber too, so we get John Weber and David Bowen and me and you and one other guy. We could play in B again.
Yeah.
No, a bunch of the guys on our C/B, basically the girth control and the seamen from last year. We have a chat room on Facebook, and they were trying to put together teams for the 10 of us to all play B. And I mean, if that's where I need to play, that's where I need to play. But I would prefer to play C.
I thought the hobos were getting back together.
Yeah, but the hobos were going to play B.
Right. You just said everybody's playing B.
So they're going to have 3 B teams, possibly?
But then they were trying to figure out because...
is that why Bailey was inviting Stinky Cam up last week?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. The season have to play B. They won.
Hobos wanted to get together, but then there was some
They
talk
don't have
about...
to play B. They just have to split up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem with the hobos is that, then what do the other guys do, from those teams, as far as... Because some of them have to play C, and some of them have to, or some of them can still play C, but most of them can only play B. So they were like, okay, how do we divvy this up?
Well, the hobos would just play B, right? If they got together.
Yeah, but you guys are like really strict how you make your teams, right?
Well, they always want the teams to be competitive, so that I mean, I don't want to spend $1,500 if I know I can't beat the team from my own center. Why would I want to fly and rent a car and get a hotel and food and registration and shirts and you get in $1,500 for national championships when you're flying out from Seattle, and then if you know you can't even beat your own team from your own center, why go?
For the experience.
I guess because I love WhirlyBall and all the people that go there.
Yeah.
No, I get your point, though. I mean, I go to win. I mean, if I don't think I have a chance, I mean.
Bill goes to end people's dreams by nailing 3-point shots at the last second.
Yeah, I wish that was for the championship and not to get in the championship,
Yeah.
Was that to get girth control?
Yeah.
All right.
Some
crazy guy hit a really nice basket out of halftime on one of those games. Somebody they weren't expecting to hit a basket, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was to open up the game, right? Or the half?
The half. Because everybody else was covered. I was smothered. It was after the break of the wall, and I just got the ball, and I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. And it went in. So,
Yeah, that was like 2 of your
good shot, yeah.
6 points probably or so?
Yeah.
6 or 8?
Yeah. In that game, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
No, for the whole tournament. 6 points for the whole tournament.
Probably. You're probably not wrong, dude.
Well, no. I mean, George probably only took about you probably didn't take more than 10 shots the whole weekend.
Tournament? No, I did because there were games where we were just blowing people out that I went up and played offense on a couple times. But
yeah, that's true.
In meaningful situations, I probably only took 10 to 12 shots.
Yeah.
So because I was playing D. I mean, that's what my role was as much as possible, unless there was a break. And, you know, we left Andy back there because he wasn't staying back in 5 or 4 well enough. So I ended up pinning him back in 5 a bunch of times purposefully, and then played 4 myself because if he wasn't going to stay back, I was going to make him stay back in some of those situations. I was trying anyway. So. And actually, it worked out pretty well in a lot of those situations. By putting him back there where he had to stay behind the guy, it allowed me to come up and create the wall in a couple of those. So
Andy actually played really decent defense last year.
Agreed. I agree. He had a bunch of blocks, a lot of blocks actually. He got tenacious when he got those blocks going. And in our seasons too, Andy played really good D, I thought. When our Chicago season.
Yeah. What's B looking like in Michigan this year? Are you guys bringing back the same 3 or 4?
David, you want to take that question?
Well, no, I mean it was. Honestly. I know it was Austin and you and Roy were
That's
the core.
That's what they got, I think.
What do you mean? They don't have. What about? Doug's playing A, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Timmy thinks he's going right to A. I mean, you could knock him down to B, but you guys.
Team, right?
What?
So Timmy's making his own A team.
I'm not sure what division I'm playing in right now.
Hannibal Lecter and Hannibal.
Are you going up too?
Uh-oh.
If you ask nicely, David, you can come play with us.
Really?
Are you kidding me? You don't have to even ask nicely. You can be a jerk about it. You can definitely come play with us.
I like playing with you guys.
I like when I get
to join your team.
David and one other, and me and Bill. Man, that'd be a solid B team.
Nobody gets David before Michigan, so you guys can all fuck off.
Well, we didn't have to.
Well, if 2 more, I already have 2 teammates that are leaving. If I have 4 that leave, I'll be your last B person.
I'll play with you guys. We'll play the 3 of us. Austin,
if A's full and we don't put
David,
together a B
and,
team, I could join Chicago.
Roy, you said Roy.
Yeah.
So that's Roy.
You want to play? You want to play A this year?
Well, yeah, I would prefer to.
Okay.
A better experience, that's for sure.
I wonder which.
Are you ready for A, David? I mean, honestly, do you feel like you're ready for A?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's more ready than the old timers that are going to play A no matter what.
Oh.
and he knows what I'm talking about. I don't know if anybody else does.
I mean,
well,
guys
I'm
are
sure.
just coming back because it's in Michigan.
Right. People that don't travel, Michigan players that don't travel, that think they're better than us.
The guys that were just here last week when we were there.
Right.
Although that dude was shooting the lights out. He was shooting the ball like a billion times, whether he was making it or not.
Yeah. No, that's the thing to do. Just shoot because you want to. It's cool.
But you know who played really well was Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy played really good last week.
Unbelievable.
That was like 3 weeks ago, Tommy?
2 weeks ago, whatever it was. Yeah. He was shooting the hell out of it.
I like playing with Tommy. Tommy was one of the first when I first started playing with the Michigan club, the first mini invite that I showed up to, just to like Clint's like, let's do a little tournament, and I got put on Tommy's team. We took second. I still have the paperwork. I took it home and put it in a folder. And
very nice.
It's a little.
I like playing with him too. He's fun.
Yeah, Tommy's a great teammate.
Tommy likes to sit back and tell everybody go up. And tell everybody what to do. It's a good time.
No, he seems like he'd be I mean, I just got matched up on his team a few times when we were out there and that, and yeah, he seemed cool to play with.
Like this.
Yeah, Tommy's fun. On the court and off the court.
There's not too many people on Michigan that I don't enjoy sitting down with and playing in the cart with. There's only a few. And it's not that I don't like playing with them, but they frustrate me.
Yeah, sometimes styles just don't mesh, man.
Yeah,
Right.
Howard and I are. Because I need to be able to throw the ball to somebody who can catch the ball, because I don't hold back. I chuck the ball to people, and Howard drops more balls than he catches sometimes. It drives me nuts.
We also just started playing, so Howard.
No, I
Howard,
know, but that's been a thing that I've seen in years. Howard's a good dude, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like nothing personal. I just see him drop a lot of balls. And ones that he's watching come to him, which drives me nuts. I have players in our center that do that too. I'm like, I know if I throw this to this guy, he's just gonna drop it, or this woman drop it.
That's why people don't like playing with Bailey.
Yeah.
She has issues sometimes catching the ball.
Well, and her issue is not actually catching the ball.
Really? I saw her juggling skills on display last week.
she's practicing.
I feel like
different with the
Bailey
scoop.
is already trying to make the next move before the ball gets there. That's her biggest problem.
I did that in Michigan
like a
last.
receiver turning his head before he catches the ball.
What's that?
I said like a receiver turning his head before he catches the
that's
ball.
my point. With Bailey, I think that's what she's doing. She's already trying to think a step ahead because she knows how to play. It's just that I think she's starting to make her next move to try and get ahead of the next person before she corrals the ball in. Like, I mean, it happens to everybody once in a while, but I think it happens to her more often.
Actually, I've talked to Bailey about it before. She actually has some vision problems.
Oh, really?
But
That makes sense.
She doesn't like. She has some glasses, but she doesn't like wearing the glasses because they, if you're not using glasses,
They don't look good with her clown makeup.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm being serious right now.
I get it. I'm just joking around.
She doesn't like to wear the glasses, but it affects her ability to catch the ball. She doesn't see the ball well.
I don't like wearing these glasses either.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't.
They look good on you.
I know. I make everything look good. I change them to these.
Where is Doc at? Is Doc home yet?
No, it hasn't been quite an hour yet.
What? John moves to frickin' Oregon and his phone doesn't work to join us for a few minutes.
Maybe he's working tonight.
I saw him live streaming some bowling, so his phone works.
Yeah.
I actually
Weber
watched
moved to
that for a
Oregon?
little bit.
I did watch a frame. Just I wanted to see his form.
He kept throwing to the right. I was like, yeah, no.
You a fan also, he's giving you a couple of times in that
Dan, how far are you from Andy?
It took me like 45 minutes to get to his shop.
Oh, you're a ways then. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was just seeing if anybody was close enough that all three of you didn't have to all drive to me, But it's probably out of the way to join up with anybody else first.
Yeah, where you at, Bill? I don't even know where you live.
I'm in Oak Forest.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of like on the way out of the state,
Yeah.
from where you guys all come.
Want the rope? Want the rope? Okay. Oh.
It looks like the poll is up to 10 people playing Sunday, and then there's some people that haven't answered, so I would count on going.
Oh, from us?
No, 10 total. 4 of us, and there's 6 Michigan people so far.
Okay. Cool beans.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some people who
WhirlyBall.
plan on going that haven't answered.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, Clint's a maybe, and somebody else was a maybe. Sam didn't answer, but he seems to like to play any chance he gets if he's available.
Sam hardly ever misses.
What about Doug? Doug hasn't answered yet, right?
Yeah,
I don't think Doug ever answers it, but he'll be there. He doesn't.
Did Timmy answer already or no?
Yeah, he
Timmy
did.
answered.
Okay.
Winky hasn't answered either.
BJ?
Yeah, he's the other one.
Is Wingy family?
He's my cousin, yeah.
Okay. He's so quiet.
So who's from your C group is ready to move up to B?
Everybody, if you ask them.
No, not really.
No, I mean, there's people that go into. I mean, David wants to go to A. Timmy wants to jump straight to A. But is there anybody heading to B?
Timmy's joking, but
No, well, I mean, he's.
I don't know if there's anybody who wants to move up to B.
If somebody invited him to play on their A team, he'd do it. You know.
I would like to win a C banner, but I've always said if a B team wanted me and asked me to play, I would play. I'm not actively trying to play B or want to play B. I would actually like to play it. David knows this. He knew this answer before.
I think we have a few people who could play B. I don't think any of them really want to play B.
I think
maybe except for Andrew. I know Andrew wants to play B.
Yeah, but Drew's not going to want to play this year.
Peterson, yeah.
I would see BJ playing B.
But does he doesn't actively want to play B, though.
Yeah, I don't think BJ wants to play B, though.
Not yet.
Really?
Anyway.
BJ's game is vaulted in the last 2 years.
Right, but it hasn't vaulted him a C banner.
I get it, but that's not always. It's 5 guys on a team, man. It doesn't always work out that way. I mean, I look at all the way I got held back by Bill and Matt last year.
Yeah, I'm sure that.
Yeah. Sure.
No, but you get what I'm saying, though. It's not always because of you. You guys didn't lose because of BJ and C. You lost because there was a lot of really good players in Seattle on one team, and in Chicago. Really, truthfully, we brought our all-star team basically.
Right.
Without Trey, think about this too. We should have had Trey instead of was it Walter?
Yeah.
We would have had Andy, Matt, Bill, me, and Trey.
Yeah,
the team
would
have
been better for sure.
Probably had a good shot of beating Seaman.
Yes.
Maybe not.
But that's not a knock. Walt had a good tournament, actually.
I agree. But I'm just saying that's a little more height, a little more defense. Two of the things.
Yeah. You never know how it's going to play out, but yeah, Trey would have added a different element.
That would have made Dan's team much better with Walter on it.
Yeah, but I don't even know who we would have got rid of. I mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. That would have made Scott's team much better without Dan on
it. Yeah, if you don't know who's leaving, you might be the guy.
Because you know that Dad and Dan would have played together no matter what. Scotty was already on that team. And who was your other two? You and who?
Ginger.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it would have been Anthony, probably. Maybe not. It would have probably... I don't know, man. It might have been you, Dan.
I
might have been Scotty.
I felt like I had a good tournament. I played.
I'm not saying you didn't. You had a decent. I mean, you guys all had a really good team effort, I thought. But I mean, if it's Walter or any one of those 5 people, probably other than Dead, maybe.
Your team definitely exceeded my expectations.
Our team or Dan's team?
Dan's team.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think
that just means his expectations are really low. Really low. Scotty, we're just talking about it.
Scott heard his name too many
Scotty's
times.
like, my team.
It was all the.
He has no idea we've been talking about him.
No. But if we were just picking positionally, Walter probably would have taken Dan Solstice's spot.
But there's no way he would have done that because he was already on that team.
Right. He wouldn't do that. I'm just saying that's the plug and play in terms.
Are you hearing us?
Hey, yeah, just got in.
Okay, so we were saying that if Trey went last year to Seattle and Walter had to play on your team, who was the odd man out on your team if Walter was on your team?
Doherty.
You suck, Scott.
That's what we said too.
That's what we said.
Yeah, because anybody could have cherry picked on that team. Dan Solstice would have went back to cherry picker probably.
Yep. Yeah.
Or Anthony. Anthony would have been a good solid cherry picker too.
Doherty grew a shitload. I saw you pop in there too. I know you're here listening to me, Dan, but you grew a shit ton. But I mean, early on, man, it was a hot mess.
Yeah.
I thought we did well.
You did do well.
You guys
did
played
really well, actually.
You guys gelled more than.
You know what, you guys, your middle of the court action was huge towards the middle of the tournament to the end of the tournament, where you were getting walls set really well and stifling people. You were getting really frustrated. Now, I'm not even talking about scoring or even stopping after they get past half court, but your center of the court, I thought, gelled so well at the middle to the end of the tournament in Seattle. And that's what I thought helped you guys get in games more and start winning more. That's my opinion.
It was fun to watch.
We were just stating that if we had Trey, it would have been a whole different thing for Chicago. We might have actually possibly beaten the Seamen, or we would have given them a much better run for their money, which we still did give them a run for their money. But
yeah, I mean, a 1 point game at half, man. I mean, another buzzer beater, by the way. Thank you much.
It takes all that everything with the the prep going into it, the prep and you never know. Yeah.
We would have just been more responsible on defense and better on offense and had height. Not necessarily better on offense because, like Bill said, Walt shot really well and played really well too.
Walter played great. Walter was.
Okay, fine. Then you take Andy off and you keep Walter on and you take Trey. Now what happens?
Yeah, it's one of the two.
That team goes up even more if Walt plays the way he did and we had Trey on it. That would have been great.
Scott's ready for nationals this year too.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. I'm debating about trying to make the trip on Sunday. I'm so excited.
Do it.
Do it.
Go ahead, do it.
Come on out. You're open. You don't have to work. Get out there. What are you doing?
I don't have to work, but I have to deal with Julie not going. She'd be pissed.
Oh, that's sad.
Who cares? If she can't.
She has to work. What can you do? You can't.
Let her be mad. Let her be mad.
It's WhirlyBall, man. How long has it been? A year?
Fuck yeah.
Or since my shop anyway. Summer.
Just gave you ice.
There you go. Hey, Doc.
So I messaged a couple people directly to see what was going on, and I messaged Mark.
Yeah, Mark says he's out and about. That's what he told me.
Yeah, he said I'm out with some friends, and I was like, dude, they're worried about you. You haven't been on in 3 weeks, and he's like, they're keeping track, and I'm like, yeah, I guess they are.
Yeah, the scribe. God damn it.
Mark Mills.
That's my original position.
Oh, and there's Doc.
Yep.
Rolling in the door.
We've been waiting for some Texas representation.
Got her fast as I could. Had to go work a game. Like,
when does your beard start growing in? Because I mean, if you're from Texas, don't you have to have a beard?
Oh no, there's always one that can't.
It's on the bottom of his balls.
Yeah, that's the bearded men tradition. There's always one that can't grow the beard.
Oh, okay.
The unbearded one.
Yeah, it's normally Thomas.
I'll have to shave my beard just for Sunday so David can see that I actually do look younger without this gray ass fro on my chin. Unfortunately, we'll see more of my face. That'll help me score more because you'll want to be repulsed by it and puking on the side.
Well, I dare say if everybody's ready and if everybody has a spare device on hand, we could play trivia whenever we want. Just saying.
I don't know, last time it took like 45 minutes, and I'm not going to be up that long. So.
What?
Yeah,
You said 45 minutes ago.
I'm getting ready to
now I'm ready to go.
It doesn't take 45 minutes as long as you just shut up.
As everybody's dawdling and screwing around.
About 25.
25, 30 minutes tops. Unless we play twice to mess with Julie. That was fun.
That was fun.
She's working. She's busy tonight at the bar. I just left there, so she might not stop until quite a bit later.
She'll sign on right when we're about to shut off.
You guys decide, and I'll be back with my beer in a minute.
Literally last week we were like, well, I guess we can just call this, and then like Julie popped on. We're like, well, not yet. That was just me and David Bowen and Julie hanging out until she closed up.
I was there too.
Oh, you were? Yeah. Oh no, yeah. We were waiting for Dan to get home too. He was driving home from Indiana. Yeah. That's right.
That's when I was fixing my mom's furnace with that sweet electrical job, Scott.
So Julie was closing up by herself. Dan's driving in a damn snowstorm. It's like, I can't end this call. I got to make sure everybody gets home safe.
Dan's lucky he's still walking after that electrical job. I thought he just zapped himself. I saw that mess.
That worked. The furnace is still working. It beats spending $100 for the specialty breaker. I'm replacing the whole furnace here in like a month.
No, I get you. If it's
buy a house? Didn't you buy a house?
No, I live in a condo.
Oh. Why do you own it?
My mother-in-law owns it. We rent it from her.
Huh?
My mother-in-law owns it. We rent it from her.
Oh, okay. So it's family owned is what I'm getting at. So that's good at least.
I was up in Indiana last Wednesday. My mom.
Like, why would you be buying a furnace for a place you don't even own?
No, I'm buying a furnace for my mom's house.
Oh, okay. The one in Woodridge?
No, my mom lives in Indiana.
Oh, okay. Should have got gas in Indiana.
She was right by South Bend.
What's the verdict?
The verdict is I'm going to bed.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna make us and go to bed.
Sorry, buddy.
Skibby.
Say, hey.
Got a long day tomorrow. I gotta freaking renovate 2 bathrooms in one day. So.
Lord.
I gotta go play
Yeah.
with Netflix.
It is because it's a minor renovation. We already had somebody else epoxy the tub and showers.
Oh,
All I gotta do is
same.
change floors, cabinets, trim, lights, take down some mirrors, patch some walls, paint, and get everything back together. With 4 guys, so we're all going on. 2 bathrooms, 2 guys each.
That's too many people in one room.
No, it's 2 bathrooms in each, 2 guys in each bathroom, not 4 guys in there. Plus, I got 3 ceiling fans to do too in that house. I work quick.
That's what she said.
I was waiting for it.
The voice of David Bowie.
Give me the opportunity. For dead. Yeah.
You're not a lawyer?
You survived that snowstorm, Doc?
Yeah, it's like 70 degrees now. You'd never know it snowed.
I know what you mean. It was like 40 degrees today, and I was working in my t-shirt.
Do you have your water pipes break?
Yeah, us in the 40-degree weather is hilarious, isn't it?
Not mine, thankfully, but several people I know had issues.
Yeah, my buddy in Dallas had his whole neighborhood went out. All their water heaters are on the
How can
outside.
anyone take you seriously like that?
You took him seriously before?
Yeah, right? I mean, like, what's the point of that?
It is funny watching the cat talk, though.
Ah, it is.
Oh, if only
That better there for you, Dan?
If only we were all little
There
cats,
you go.
like different ones. Whirlyball I play, yes.
I'll be in your dream.
They burned me because I touched little kids.
Well, I only had a minute or two, but I thought I'd stop and say hi. But yeah, I'll let you guys know if I can make the trip this weekend or when I can do it. So
Right.
we'll see you guys soon.
I'll be Frank Myers. How's that?
Sounds good, man.
It's not even it's a filter. It's not. But it looks like Frank Myers anyway.
That's funny that filter looks like Frank.
We need
funny.
to have an intervention for him for that reface app.
Yeah,
I got to put on that thing, so I get
Yeah.
to find.
That's your fault, George?
Yep.
Oh. See, I thought Frank started it because I didn't see
No.
anything from you until I saw Frank.
No, yeah, mine was up, and then Frank clobbed onto it right away. Started doing it.
He does like 3 a day.
Yeah. There's not good. I mean, if they don't look good, I'm not going to put them up there, unless they're just hilariously stupid bad. But I'll have to look and see what's new up there right now.
Ow!
Dog bite you?
Well, I'm playing with her. She clawed at my hand.
I had a new tattoo today, and all the dogs wanted to sniff my leg when I got home. And I was like, "Come on!"
What'd you get?
No dog noses on my tattoo.
New ink. What'd you get on your new ink?
What did I get? You guys are gonna think I'm nuts. There's no way.
Only if it's nuts.
There's no way you guys are gonna be like, "That's awesome."
You put the purple monster on yourself, didn't you?
Oh, that would have been a good one.
With a whirlyball scoop.
Let's see if I can. No. How do we?
Put whirly freak on your ass.
How do we do this? Can we do
Right,
this?
fellas, I'm taking off.
No, there's no light down
Yep.
there.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll share this one on Facebook because it's hilarious.
Did you fart?
Who farted?
Talking to the dog.
Terrible. It's like a hot chick in a bikini with my face on it. That's not good at all.
I forget who posted it. It was probably Frank Myers when we first started doing these Zoom calls back in the spring last year. Or maybe he posted it in the summer, but we'd been doing Zoom calls for a while, and it was some kind of meme that said when you fart in a Zoom call and it had your square lit up. Oh man, that's hilarious to me. It's like you're just sitting there not saying anything, but your square lights up. Wasn't me. Why is my square lit up?
I know this will work. Maybe it'll work. Is there chat on? Yeah.
Let's see.
Did you guys see that story about that 8-year-old kid in California that for like 2 months kept missing school and kept saying there was problems with there's Gus's.
No, that's cool. It's a Smurf. Smurfette.
It's not just a Smurf.
It's Smurfette.
It's the Smurfette.
That's supposed to be your girl?
She's my first love.
You know, she was created by Gargamel to infiltrate.
I watched that episode towards the end of my tattoo, just to explain to my tattoo artist who had no idea. She's like, "Who's Gargamel?" Okay, so Gargamel's this evil guy who hates Smurfs. Every episode, he either wants to eat them or destroy their village or whatever. So one of his ploys was to create a Smurfette. So she had no idea, and I'd explained to her, the original Smurfette looked like a Smurf. She had the big nose. She had, like, black hair for some reason. And then she showed up, caused some chaos, and then falls into a river, and the Smurfs save her, even though she was trying to flood the village. And she's all like, "Boo-hoo, I'm being controlled by Gargamel." And she's like, "I want to be a real Smurf." So Papa Smurf makes a potion, makes her a real Smurf, gives her the cuter nose and the blonde hair. And I'm like, wait, this is not right. And then she still gets tricked by Gargamel and makes all the Smurfs get captured anyway. And then she has to rescue them. That's the Smurfette.
That's Smurfalicious.
Yeah. Yep, that's the Smurfette.
That's Smurftastic.
Now I don't have to watch the movie no more.
Well, that's the original cartoon. I recommend the new movies. I liked them. I was surprised. I thought they would suck. They don't. They're all right.
I watched it with the kids. It was good.
They're good. I remember one of my tattoo artists that used to work for me talking about his kids watching the Smurfs, and he was on some drugs, we'll say. Yeah, that's what he was doing. And he described to me, he saw magic coming out of the kids' room. So there you go, les scrumph. Les scrumph. So
of course, George has a Smurf filter.
He's got all these Smurf filters. He had one earlier.
MILF.
MILF.
Smilf.
I got those too.
Smurf mother.
Schmilf. And then earlier today, somebody was getting tattooed that said his mom wouldn't let him watch the Smurfs because they replaced swear words with the word Smurf.
Smurf was an adjective, verb, and noun.
It was like everything.
It's Smurftastic.
And then, like John said, I smurfed her in the back, and I said, use the Smurf I did or something.
Smurf, right off my Smurf.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how Smurfs talk. And if you're grouchy Smurf, you hate everything.
If you're handy Smurf, you're George.
George is handy Smurf?
I'm a handyman, so I guess so.
That's my vocabulary. People get
blocked. I'm out in like 6 bathrooms tomorrow.
Do you know Handy Smurf's characteristics? His visual cues. Do you know which Smurf Handy Smurf is when you see him?
He's the tough looking one.
No, that's Hefty.
Oh, that's right.
He's got the pencil.
Yeah, there you go, Bill. Bill knows it. He's got the pencil in his ear.
Yeah.
That's handy. And he's usually doing something. He's usually
That's not what usually people talk about when they're talking about handy.
Hefty has the mom tattoo, or the heart tattoo, rather. He's the tough guy. My favorite Smurfs. So these are my next Smurf tattoos, which were years down the road. I'm not getting Smurf tattoos anytime soon. But Jokey, Clumsy, and Lazy. Those are my favorite Smurfs. Jokey, Clumsy, and Lazy. Some of my favorites. Their voices just crack me up, if anything. You know, Jokey's got that raspy.
Not gonna get Papa Smurf on you? What the hell?
I'm not a big Papa Smurf fan. Call me Big Papa. I mean, obviously he's like he's like the head guy. He's the good guy. But George is underwater.
Always.
Snorkeling. Scuba diving, I should say. Snorkeling, I said. But Clumsy's like one of my favorites. He's always like, I don't know. Everything bad happens and he's just hilarious. I just love Clumsy Smurf. I think Lazy Smurf is probably the most like me. Every time he's like, I just want to stay here and nap, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I'd be doing. Take a nap under that mushroom. I'm good.
That sounds fine.
I didn't mean to go on a Smurf rant.
Right.
And yet here we are.
Here we are. It happened. Can't undo it
now.
Now
We're gonna have to make Smurf trivia.
Trivia would be hilarious.
I gotta feed the dogs, and I gotta be up early for work.
There we go. I like how George is still on after he said, "I don't
What
have
does the
time."
dog eat this time of night? Peanut butter?
No.
Nice.
They got their Kirkland dog food. Good old Costco.
Costco.
All right. Well, we'll talk more before Saturday then.
Yeah, let me know what's going on, because I'll go and reserve myself a room or something, or figure out who's going if someone wants to split a room or something.
I looked, and that DoubleTree that we stay at out there had rooms, 2 queen beds per room, and it was like $70.
Oh, ain't bad.
Lives with Bill, you can have Andy.
Well, if Scott's going, I'll room with Scott.
Okay.
If he goes, then we'll have to figure it out, because 5 guys, 4 beds, you know.
5 guys and 5 beds, 7 or 6 beds, I guess.
I should have an air mattress somewhere too. I can always bring an air mattress, and one room could be 3 people.
Yeah, I won't be making it this weekend.
Brett just showed up. Hey, nobody knows
Oh my
that?
gosh!
Holy crap!
How many
How's it
Chicago
going there
guys
again?
can we get in one night?
You gonna go, Brett?
This is
What's that,
Sunday?
Bernard? I can stay at your place for free.
Saturday?
Shame.
Chicago takeover.
Brett, you gonna come Saturday night, play some WhirlyBall?
No, it's too short a notice. I can't make it that short a notice.
Are
Woo!
you kidding me? Why?
Prudent man.
I just told you, it's too short a notice.
What do you mean? You got like days to plan for this.
Well, they have practice every weekend except for 2 up until Nationals. So you pick one, and we'll make it happen. Meanwhile, Dan's getting attacked by his dog.
Oh.
That's just the peanut butter.
Yeah. Where's my peanut butter?
It looks like she's not gonna let go of that anytime soon.
Drop it.
Yeah, don't rip your shoulder out.
Oh, that's a good dog. Drop it.
Dog's like, fine, I'll get one of your scoops.
Yeah.
Nah,
Hit you where it hurts.
She's a real good dog. She listens very well.
That's why we know the peanut butter trick works.
All right. Well, now that Brett's here, I'm definitely going to take off. I don't want to see.
Yeah, we only need one orange shirt at a time. I'm
I was
sorry.
going to say,
Yeah,
we would like
go,
twins,
sure.
Dan.
Twinsies, almost. Dan's got a few more years.
I
of
got to
hair
wear
loss.
high vis for work. I don't know what his excuse is.
Mine's just,
Okay.
Playing whatever sport I want to play here in Chicago shirt.
Go team.
Yeah,
Go sports
Sports ball.
team.
So are we actually going to do nationals this year then?
That's the plan.
There's another guy that can play in C for sure this year, easy.
Oh, and I'm 100% in. I know I just said I'll think about it on the thing, but I don't want anybody at work to know that I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm fully in.
Why don't you want people to know you're
that
fully
you are
vaccinated?
or aren't?
I am. I've been
That's
vaccinated.
ahead of the line, eh?
To know?
Yes, I've been vaccinated for over a month now.
Why wouldn't you want people to know that?
That's what I.
Because they might make me come back into work instead of working from home.
Oh, good call.
Fly
Hopefully
dog.
they're not watching this thing.
They are definitely not.
Good chance they're not, guys.
So Sarah and I are going in like a week to get our second shots.
Yeah.
I had like 5 random trollers tonight on my beginning of the stream. I don't know what. That's never happened to me before.
You're just becoming popular. That's what it is.
I think the YouTube algorithm sent me out to some people and they actually clicked it. That's what happened. But the fact that like so many people
Probably.
showed up
Because it's so popular.
People
Yeah.
saw WhirlyBall and they were expecting something completely different.
Yeah.
Oh well.
They were expecting what Dan's experience with his dog.
Yeah, I thought Dan was leaving.
I'm working on it. It's really hard when
working
someone new joins the
Nice
conversation.
to see you, Brett, again. Brett,
Damn
nice
right.
to see you.
And now
What's
we can play
that?
trivia for 20
It's good to
minutes.
see you,
Let's go.
Brett.
Hey, you too, George.
See you soon, I hope. See you later.
Yeah,
George,
I know. I
George, you leaving?
actually, I was just down in Mexico about 2 weeks ago. So
Oh, I
that
hate
was
you. Now I hate you. Thank you.
fun. You're
Where,
welcome. Cancun.
where were you in Mexico?
Cancun.
Awesome.
Oh, where old Ted Cruz was trying to get to?
Yeah, exactly. We were there the week before he tried to get there.
Did he actually go there?
Did him?
Like a day.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he
he
was
came
there
back
for a
right
day
away.
and said he was just there making sure his
Girl.
dog shit dropped.
Somebody
He
told
got-
him that he needed to come back or it was going
Oh,
to be
definitely.
He got there long enough to realize everybody was mad at him. That he
But
flew.
here's the thing,
Yeah.
he probably had that trip planned before the snowstorm came. Like I was thinking
Oh,
like
I'm
this.
sure.
You know, there's so many haters. I mean, I'm not going to tell people that they can't hate Ted Cruz, but he probably had that trip planned before the snowstorm was forecast, right?
I
Doesn't
kind
matter.
of assumed the thing too. I figured he planned it at least 3 weeks or a month, if not further in advance. But yeah,
My big thing is I can't believe that I don't care which side of the aisle you're on, every little thing that we could bitch about is fucking like it's World War III, man. You know, like it's the biggest news that's ever created. It's like fucking get a life already. Let's all try and be a little nice to each other and go on with our lives, you know? Like, oh my God.
That's how I feel about it.
Man, oh man.
Never going to happen. Never going to happen anymore.
You should
No,
have seen all
that's
the-
why we
all
need
the-
shit to open back up. So like all of us even, I mean like every city has had their infighting even amongst each other in WhirlyBall. And it's like we need to open shit back up and remember why we like each other so much, you know, rather than just yelling at each other on the internet. You know?
But it's so easy.
Yeah.
Who's been yelling on the internet? I've been missing this.
I feel it's just Bill.
Maybe.
Chippy.
I try not to yell at all. I try and stay clear of all that shit, man.
All you got to do is stay away from the cap locks button.
Yeah, Bill just types in caps. That's all he does.
Hey.
Oh, what about those exclamation points? Those are no
Oh
good?
yeah, that's yelling too.
Okay.
But caps
try
lock
harder.
is like yelling like loudly.
Maybe I was drunk. I don't know.
I used to have a boss yell at us in caps. It'd be in caps and in red.
Yeah.
That's how you knew he was pissed.
Oh.
Say, if they go red, then they're
Send you an
they're
email
doing
in red,
something,
like,
yeah.
why is this? Be like, it's a
Yeah,
good
if you
question.
take enough time to highlight that shit and turn it into red font,
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
mad.
So you can type have a nice day or I hope you have a great day or hey how you're doing and put one exclamation point and it'd be like a happy thing, right? It's just like hey how you doing? But if you typed it in caps it'd be like hi how you doing? Haven't seen you forever. Right?
sounds a little bit like
Barney?
no Bobcat.
Bobcat Goldthwait. I was thinking Barney Gumble. I will never drink again.
Who's in the market for a red scoop?
Orange. That looks orange.
It's red. I assure you.
Prove
My
it.
favorite scoop I've ever had was a red one.
Oh, okay,
And,
that's kind of red.
Dan, I'm still waiting for a purple one.
Is that trackballs? Is that a trackball
Yeah.
mold?
That's trackball.
Okay, as long as it's not some like Chinese knockoff unmoldable crap. Yeah, I see it. Sort of.
We'll eventually need scoops, but I'm waiting until we get a little closer to June.
Red's
I got
kind of
the-
cool.
Yeah, I got the other half. I went on a little bit of a scoop buying spree.
Oh, you don't say.
Mainly because I'm pretty much all out of my patent pendings. I think I've pretty much sold all my patent pendings.
What are you gonna do when there's no more? When you've totally sapped the eBay dry?
Then, I got the market cornered, right?
I don't know. I can somehow picture you driving to another state to go to like a yard sale that you heard had trackball scoops.
I have a harder time finding the new ones than the old ones on eBay.
Yeah,
We just got to get an injection mold and just start cooking them ourselves.
right. Make some kind of reverse mold from an old one, right?
Gene, stop eating your sister's food.
So take an old scoop and make a plaster mold of it, and then make our own.
Think about
David
every time
Bowen's
I buy a
picture.
lottery ticket.
That looks like when he's practicing on my nuts.
Bowen's drinking that waterfall again.
Darn, the patent pending ones are the ones I want, so now I really gotta wait.
Ginny,
I heard a bell ring.
Oh, I'm watching Michigan practice. I just don't have the volume all the way down.
Doc, jump on a plane. We're going to play in Michigan this weekend.
No balls, you won't.
No.
Funds are a little tight. Otherwise, I totally would do that.
Can you get on Southwest
All
from
right,
there?
Doc, I got an idea. Spray Gorilla Glue adhesive on your hand and start a GoFundMe. It works.
Amazing.
All right, guys, I'm going to drop back off. I just had to jump in for a second just to say hi, just to see how WhirlyBall was doing since, we haven't seen anybody for a year.
Glad you stopped by.
We're
All right.
here every Wednesday night, so.
I'll try to jump back in again on one of these other Wednesday nights.
All right. Perfect.
So, all right. See you guys later.
See ya.
Bye.
My only patent pending scoop was my very first black scoop from Ben Glotzhober. Not that you
Why
guys
you
are
gotta
gonna.
be black? Why can't it just be a scoop?
Because
Why the
this
fuck
is
don't we
not
make white
black.
scoops? What the hell?
This is a color that is not black.
Bullshit.
Do you see this? This is a color known as light blue, baby blue, whatever. Here's dark blue. In case anybody's colorblind, see black, light blue, dark blue. Just saying. Sometimes they're yellow green. Those are the worst. Sometimes
I have a yellow one.
Yeah, yellow
Well,
green.
But according to the rules, you can't actually use a white scoop, right?
Right, you're not supposed to have any white, like these stickers.
Yeah.
According to the rules, are bad. You're not supposed to have any white on there. It could make somebody
Anything
think that the
can
ball.
represent a ball.
Yeah,
Right.
A small sticker like that is not big enough for someone to be like, "Oh, there's balls in a scoop."
I don't know. People complain enough. They might.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see Texas complaining about it.
Yeah.
I want
I
to
don't know.
say,
We only complain about Seattle people.
didn't Wingy try to paint a scoop? David, didn't Wingy try to paint a scoop and that just chipped off? Was he trying to?
It was
paint
Christian.
Oh, Christian did. Okay. I thought
Yeah,
it
he
was
had a
Wingy.
white one, but he spray painted it white, but
It just
started
chipped
to chip.
off. It just chipped
Yep.
right off. Yep.
That's what I'm going to do for my next team jerseys. I'm just going to get a shirt that's just all pictures of whirly balls.
Long sleeve.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
get a long sleeve
Yeah.
shirt
And then,
with a
then
ball
if, you
right here.
if you have the ball, but you hold the scoop down across, you can't tell. It'll just blend in with the back end of the shirt. You'll never know who has the ball.
Lord.
we were talking about team names. I thought I had a pretty good idea. Here, I'll show you guys. I created it. One sec.
Uh-oh.
Put Jenny, put it on the floor. Ooh.
It's actually been like some of my favorite time is leading up to nationals, where you're working with your team and everybody's got their own little chat group and you're trying to come up with a team name, like all the crazy shit that we'll come up with like 400 of them just in a night.
We don't really do that.
No? Oh, it's hilarious.
I won't have
Now,
400,
this
but we'll have a
is just
few.
something I created off the cuff, and I just threw it on a t-shirt.
So that's a team shirt?
Team name be Just Stay Home.
Yeah, that works.
You guys like that movie I Love You Man with Paul Rudd?
Yes.
So
I've never seen.
Yeah, I've
no,
never seen it either.
it's funny. So last year when we thought there was going to be nationals, we're all throwing names back around with Frank and George, me, Matt, Trey, and everybody. And so I threw out, I was like, because somebody said, "Oh man, I love you, Bro Montana," and I was like, "Oh, we'll just be Bromance," and like everybody gets their own name, like Bro Montana. I can't remember all the rest of them off the top of my head, but somebody had to be Pistol, like.
Yeah. I remember that movie is just like, Hulk's got me in a sleeper hole.
Yeah.
The dog's demanding I let her out, so I think I'm gonna head out here, let the dogs out, and then go to bed.
Who let the dogs out?
Damn it. All right, I'll talk to you guys. I'll try to get on next week.
We'll see you on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Saturday.
But just message me and let me know what's going on with all that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we'll do
And
something.
I'm totally down if we go up early Saturday to try to get some games in Saturday night if we can.
Doug said that there's court time, so maybe we'll go up and play for an hour, see if anybody else wants to come up. Maybe I'll send a message out.
Even if it's just us driving around shooting at the basket or something.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Talk to you guys.
All right, we'll see you.
If it's after 7 o'clock, I should be able to make it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no way that we leave here any earlier than 2 or 3, which puts us out there at 7 or 8 o'clock Michigan time.
Yeah, my tattoo shop closes roughly between 7:30 on average. I mean, there's dead days where we'll close at like 6:30 because we're like, there's nothing else going on. Let's get out of here. But
is Saturday one of your busier days?
No, not necessarily. It can be. And it used to be just, my artist that left like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever the F it was. He was somebody that used to keep me there later. So now that he's gone, it's like, cool. We have normal close times again.
Where will you go if you want a new artist? Like, what pool do you?
That's a funny question because there really isn't a pool anymore. Like it's like our old pools are kind of old school. Like back in the day, we used to use Craigslist. That's not really a place anymore that's that good for that. The last 2 times we've got new artists, it's been word of mouth. An artist we had said, hey, so-and-so's looking for a job, or an artist that used to work for us sent somebody our way. The last 2 artists that came to work for us, that's exactly how they came by. People sent them our way. People told us, hey, so-and-so's looking for a job. And it's like, my main guy, he's actively looking for a new artist. I'm not sweating it. I'm like, whatever. We'll find it in time. We'll find them, whoever they are, he or she, whatever. Right now, I'm just happy just having it be the 3 of us. Just 2 artists and me. We're having a good time. We're going to switch. I'm going to actually get a 5-day work week. We're going to take Mondays off permanently. So I get 2 days off in a row. I get Sunday and Monday, which means, Bill, I could come out to Chicago on a Sunday and not have to worry about what time I'm coming home right away, you know? We could do that hypothetical little mini tournament in Vernon Hills someday. You know what I mean?
It'll happen someday.
Face of Victory. What is this all about? Is that Bowen? David Bowen. That's that picture with me and Dalton, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I know that face. I take a picture with Dalton like once a year until the pandemic. Since like 2018, 19. I must have took a picture with him in 2017. I don't remember.
There was 3 that I saw.
Yeah, because I made a little picture. I was like, hey, look. That's a tradition.
I love the kids' passion.
Don't you?
Yeah.
I said that almost verbatim once when I caught a bunch of people talking some smack. I was like, well, you can't deny the kids got passion for the game. And then they all shut up and said,
yeah,
You're right. You're right. Talk about the things he can't do some more. Why don't you talk about the things he can do? Come on, y'all.
Every once in a while he goes on a little heater too, you know, and he'll score, 4, 5, 6 in a row, and you can't help but cheer him on, man.
He's got this like close off to the side shot that goes in like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That like angle shot from the right side typically, I think. But
yeah,
being right-handed. But like he plays at his center and he shoots and he knows when thinks he's got the shot like any of us do. Like he's gonna miss or he's gonna make it like anybody could. Nah. Kid's got heart. We love it.
What movie's that from?
What, Kid's Got Heart?
Yeah, well, that's not the exact line. It's
I don't know. I didn't.
What are you going to need to get back in this game, Coach? Heart.
Oh.
Is that Jerry Maguire?
No.
Oh. I'm all heart. That's what
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I'm all heart, motherfucker.
No heart. Oh man. I love
Hoosiers, isn't it?
The Replacements.
Ooh.
Oh,
but you were thinking of the right guy. Yeah.
Gene Hackman.
Yeah, Gene Hackman's in both of those.
Gene Hackman.
The other movie that kept coming to mind was what's the one about the based on the true story of the Texas El Paso basketball team that went to the NCAA finals?
It's called Glory Road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, ask Doc about a movie about Texas. Like he should know that.
Yeah, I was looking at his box when you asked the question. I was like, Doc's got to answer this one.
I wonder if he could feel that you were looking at his box because we're all just looking.
Well, so no, I'm looking at because I'd love to go to Michigan one of these times and just go play. So I was looking at maybe in April I can pull something off like once stimulus checks hit.
Right on.
And just book something for a weekend, get in like Saturday night and leave Sunday night or something. Just
Doc, can you fly on Southwest from where you're at?
Yeah, just the issue, I'm a larger individual. So Southwest, you don't pick your seat beforehand. It's kind of first come, first serve kind of thing.
Okay.
And that's kind of a tight fit, especially for a 3-hour flight.
Gotcha.
So I was looking at like Delta just to be nosy.
I asked because
it was like 200 round trip for like one in like April.
Some of the flights are crazy cheap on Southwest, and I have some extra points. So if I could throw some miles over your way or something, you just let me know.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
That's like I had a friend that just spent the last 5 days in Vegas, and she was like, "You should come down." Her brother
Come down or go down?
Go down to Vegas, and her brother is like okay, sorry, got it.
Yeah, you missed it. You missed it.
I missed it first. Her brother is a big time gambler. I mean, he got a 4 nights comped at the Aria in one of their Sky Suites. And I was joking. I was like, "Oh, I should come down and hang out." And she's like, "Hey, there's plenty of room, but and airfare round trip. It was $49 each way to fly to Vegas, on short notice too.
That's incredible.
It was just like, yeah, so cheap to fly right
Although
now.
from where you're at, that to me, $49 to Vegas sounds crazy, Vegas. But it's always expensive to come from Chicago to Vegas.
Really? How much is it normally?
I mean, unless you're like a person like my mom, because I had grandparents that lived out there, so she would watch it all the time. And when you could get it for like $150 each way, it was like, you better book,
Okay. Yeah. No, it's way cheaper than that.
Yeah.
We're usually $79 or $89 each way.
Yeah, it's usually a $300 or $400 flight.
Speaking of coming to Detroit or whatever, I was, we were talking about when people were going to fly, and most people are like, "Hey, I'm just going to fly in on Wednesday and I'm going to leave Sunday because there's probably not going to be a banquet, or if there is, it's going to be, pretty low key, blah, 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 because of COVID." For those that basically Gus, David Bernard, maybe. What do you guys, projecting out, would you say there's going to be things to do in the city, like to go and see and do if I was to fly in on like a Monday or Tuesday, or is it just everything's still going to be locked down?
Well, I can tell you people that wanted to go to Cedar Point, which is a 2-hour drive from us, that's definitely going to be open because they were open last year by July, and that was just to get the park ready for social distancing measures. I don't see any reason why they're not going to open in May the same way they've been open from July to the fall.
Okay.
So if there were still Cedar Point goers, that's still a thing. As far as our state, who knows? I don't know.
I feel like everything's already open for the most part. It's just restrictions
right
of some kind on it.
Right. Okay.
Like reduce capacity, or of course you have to wear a mask and all that. But.
Well, that's like Doc had brought up going to a baseball game, so I was looking at that actually earlier today.
Oh yeah, that's one thing that's not open. Is we don't have sports yet.
Well, the Tigers play the Tuesday before the day. I don't know if there's going to be a money tournament or whatever, but Tuesday they play a night game, and then they have a Wednesday day game. And if they have stands then, fans by then, we'll see what happens. That's I could see Major League Baseball having fans in the stands by last week of June.
Here's the thing about Tigers games. It's an open venue. It's not indoors.
Yeah,
it's
outdoors.
Never really that crowded. There are crowds when people are coming in and going out, but it's not like they're ever sold out with huge crowds. It's not like that.
Only when they're winning.
Yeah, I think the Tigers will definitely be open. They'll probably be reduced capacity 50%, 25%, something like that. But I think they'll have games for sure.
But if you're 25 or 50%, there's going to be tickets available. Somebody will sell their tickets and not want to go to I didn't pay attention to who they were playing on Tuesday. Maybe it's the same, but on Wednesday they're playing the day game against the Cardinals from National League. So I don't know. I just something I was looking at. If there was going to be things, if let's say things are open, what would be some things you guys would recommend doing in Detroit or that area?
I recommend going to Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum.
Oh.
It's basically just a collection of arcade machines. It's out east of Novi.
And can you actually play them?
Oh yeah. No, you should look it up on Facebook. Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum.
Okay.
The Ford Museum's pretty cool.
Oh, see, that's actual Detroit.
Right.
I'm talking like suburbs.
Yeah.
Because I don't actually go to Detroit. Maybe once in a while I'll go to the art museum. Once in a blue moon.
Well, that's like, and I don't know what it's like in real life, but I used to watch Pawn Stars, and so I've been to the Silver and Gold Pawn Shop in Las Vegas, and then for a while I was watching the Hardcore Pawn, and I know their shop is there in Detroit on 8 Mile.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they've got to have the same kind of thing where you can go in and
where at on 8 Mile? Is it?
I don't know.
Maybe
David
knows.
I was when I was looking at the schedule you're talking about, so they play the Cardinals Tuesday at 6. The Wednesday game's a day game, so like in theory you could make the day game and still go to the money tournament. So.
Yeah, I don't play in the money tournament.
I never have. Just play.
I've never played in the money tournament. I want to curse myself.
As long as they don't try to classify me and David as A players again.
That was a sabotage. I'm sorry about that.
Oh no,
they sabotaged me on purpose, and then
they put me with you. They're like, oh, they can
just happen to be on my
we
team.
just get trashed. It's like saw the team, like the team's not terrible, but then I saw the other teams and I go, oh, we're screwed.
Yeah, I won 2 years in a row, so I feel like they sabotaged me that year on purpose. Clint,
he might have. Yeah.
Make it to 5 of us. This isn't too bad.
Be interesting.
Oh, is this our five person team?
Yeah, we're down to 5 people. So.
Yeah.
We got a defender or 2, a couple of shooters.
This could be a good money tournament team. You just gotta rotate well.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you guys gotta take shots.
Bowen and I both transitioned to cherry picker. Not too bad, I would say, from defensive to floater, as the Seattle people say. Just depending on I like a game where I suddenly realize I'm the only one staying up, and I was like, I'll play cherry for a bit. Just because I get sick of being on defense, watching everybody that knows how to shoot over me. It's like there's only so much you can do.
Bill, I looked, and Southwest does not fly to Chicago or Detroit. So.
Texas? Lame.
Texas.
From where?
I checked DFW and left field.
What about Bishop? You could fly in north, fly into Flint, and drive south.
Huh.
I was looking on Expedia. Maybe they just don't offer it that way.
Southwest actually did used to fly into
the invite in Texas. I had to fly into Love's Field, and I remember everybody telling me that was a little further away, that I should choose the other one. But I had miles, so I was going to do it.
I can look on the actual.
Because I want to say Flint is maybe a 45-minute drive to Novi in good traffic.
That's probably about right.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Southwest actually did used to fly into Flint. Because I remember flying from Flint to like Baltimore on Southwest.
I mean, it's
quite a few times because my brother used to live in Baltimore. But I don't think they have it anymore. I think they took it away.
So hey, Gus, the address it's not on 8 Mile. Sorry, it's 20450 Greenfield Road.
Greenfield.
The map shows it near. Oh yeah, no, it is by 8. It's by 8 Mile Road and. Come on, move. And John C. Lodge Freeway.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right off of 8 Mile, and at where 8 Mile intersects with the John C. Lodge Freeway.
That's not
but it's
super
actually
far from us.
So it's like 2 blocks off of 8 Mile.
Yeah, that's not really super
I stand corrected. There are flights. I would just need to figure out.
Is it from Love Field?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
So that's a nice part of Detroit, right?
Sure.
No, it's not.
They all have stops, which is fun. Not like
I hate that.
It's not that I'd pack a bunch of clothes or anything, but like they all have stops.
Yeah, that gets to be a pain in the ass.
What'd you say it was? Day. It was near the Lodge Freeway. Is that what you said? John C. Lodge Freeway.
Yes. It's actually right near. What did it say? It said the Jalen Rose Institute.
Okay. Yeah, I see that now. Okay.
Yeah, it's American Jewelry and Loan. It's the actual business, but that's where they filmed Hardcore Pawn.
Yeah.
So,
I have never been west or east, rather. I've never been east of Grand River on 8 Mile, so I couldn't tell you what it's like over there. I'm sure it's exciting.
like I say, it'd be interesting just to go see it because I watched the television show. So
Yeah.
see, it's like Pawn Stars. Inside the Pawn Stars, inside the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop is not anything like you expect it to be based on the television show. It's just completely different in there than you see on television. Just they use a lot of different camera angles, wide lenses to make it look like it's way bigger than it actually is. So.
No, I think downtown is more fun than any of the outskirts of Detroit area. If you have something to do there, whether it's a ball game or the casino or whatever. There's a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't need to go to the casino in Detroit. It's just another place to lose money.
Right.
I get you a famous Detroit Coney.
Yeah.
For down there. Famous for the Coney dogs.
Just hypothetical. I know y'all play Sunday mornings. When are y'all normally done?
1 or 2, depending on. It's usually 9 to 1, 9 to 1 or 2.
Yeah. We usually say 2 p.m.
Yeah. It's till everybody's done, and everybody's usually done by 2.
It depends on like the amount of people. I feel like too. When we have like 12 or 15, like if we have just above 10, we tend to end earlier because people get tired. They're like, "Oh, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore." But if we have a bigger group, then we'll go longer.
We had like 21 or 23, and we ended like at 1:30. So,
yeah,
because a lot of guys were quitting early.
Yeah, well, a lot of them had the long drives home, so they left early.
Yep.
I don't want to hear it about long drives.
No, we didn't have any Chicago people last time.
Yeah. We were going to. Me and Andy were just the two of us were going to come up together, and then he ended up working late on Saturday, and I had a back issue, so we backed out.
That was a good.
I think Jeremy has the longest drive, though.
Yeah, Jeremy.
What's that?
I forgot about
Jeremy. I think he has the longest drive.
Yeah, Jeremy would be a little longer than us. Cause,
he might have taken no, it's not the right
all the way around the lake. He's probably another 45. Well, you know what? Andy's a couple of them are pretty far into Illinois that they're almost probably, believe it or not, probably only half-hour difference than Jeremy, a couple of them. Does he come out the day before? Does he stay with somebody when he comes? Or there's no way that he just comes out that morning.
I think he usually comes out the day before.
Yeah.
Stay with Phil or something.
Oh yeah, Phil showed up last week or this week.
Oh, was he there?
Yeah.
Yep.
I missed Phil. I haven't seen him in a while.
No, it was nice to see Phil. Didn't even mind seeing Trudeau. He was being nice to me. I was giving him the silent treatment for so long, and he kept talking to me, and I was like, damn it, I'm going to have to talk to him. It's getting awkward.
I don't know if I've ever met him.
Never met Justin Trudeau?
I don't think so.
He played in 17. Were you in Cleveland? No.
No, I started in 18.
That would be, yep, that's why. He has not played since 17.
What level player is he?
C minus. Oh, wait. He's got a C banner, coattail C banner from Anthony Ola. So he thinks he's a B player.
All right.
He beat me in the C finals.
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's 1C, but he's a C player.
Yeah. I only remember that because I had to sub for him because he left the next day. Because y'all both teams went to the B tournament. Y'all had like 2 hours of sleep, and then I had to go play B. And I got there early because I was helping do stuff. They're like, "Hey, we need somebody to go play with the Cleveland guys." I'm like, all right, whatever.
No sleep, and my C team beat our own B team. Like, we didn't know why we were doing it. We just did it. We're like, let's beat them. We can do it. Let's do it. And we just beat the crap out of them. But then David's team beats us, so it's like, we're done.
Our C team went undefeated the rest of the. I mean, our B team went undefeated the rest of that tournament, didn't they?
I was gonna say, you must have pissed them off because they didn't lose the rest of the way.
Yeah. And we got close to tying Texas. I didn't know how close we were until the tail end of the game. I saw Snowy's face. He was like, 3-point defense. And I looked up at the scoreboard and said, holy crap, we could tie with a 3-pointer. But we were done. We were tired. No miracle threes for us. Because I think after that loss, we played David's team and we were done.
That was Chicago's first appearance in the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no resistance.
They're three-team D tournament.
Three-team D tournament, yeah.
That's the weakest D division I've ever seen.
It is. That D division was horrible.
I haven't seen, since 15, that was the weakest one. 16 was the weakest D division ever.
We had 4 guys. And
we had 4 guys, and
sub.
Texas gave us their 6th guy.
Yeah. And the Texas team wasn't very good at all.
No, they weren't either. No.
Yeah, that got thrown together a few weeks before. For whatever reason, we just couldn't get people to play. And finally had enough people volunteer, and they didn't practice. And it was bad.
Yeah, I figured it was something. I remember.
This year feels like it'll be tough for D teams, you know.
See, that was our fault, David. See, should have been 2016. Should have been your guys' banner because we lost to Cleveland by 2 points, and we were all assuming going into that game that we were going to beat them. And it was going to be a Michigan versus Michigan championship game. But Cleveland, they stepped it up. They gave us a run, and we couldn't stop them. Anthony was on fire. He gets that.
Who did Cleveland lose to? Was it us?
I don't know.
It had to have been.
We didn't play them all day. They were on court 1 all day.
Because they beat my team in the second round.
We did most of our tournament. We did most of our tournament work on court 2, and that's why we were this was like, we went to play them, and it was our first time for the day on court 1, and we were kind of like, we're not used to these cars.
Yeah. I think we beat them, but then and then we were guaranteed to go on the final, and then we had to wait.
They had to beat you twice. They had to beat you twice.
Yeah, they beat us twice.
Yeah. Who thought that they would do that?
Yeah, that was the collective groan after they beat you guys the first time. Like, oh crap, we get another 40 minutes.
We had to wait forever to play in the final too. Yeah, it was like 4 a.m. No joke. It's crazy.
Yeah, you guys had to wait. There were so many things wrong with that. I didn't sleep that night. Like we like bullshitted in the parking lot till the sun came up. Like we did not sleep at all. Like we were all amped up. We left the center. We went to the hotel. I remember being in the parking lot with Chili and Anthony and Howard and Tyler. We were all just out in the parking lot talking about tournament. Still one of my favorite nationals. 2016. It's pretty good. Wearing one of my 2016 shirts right now.
Oh, yeah.
The memorial shirt. Which Ben is making a second run. So let everybody know Ben Glotzhober will be selling new Jimmy shirts, a second run. He's also making patches, which are really cool. Like he's taking old Michigan t-shirt logos and making them into a buyable little patch you could put on something. Kind of cool. I can't wait to give Ben a whole bunch of my money and say, give me one of each. I want one of everything.
You throwing in anything for Kevin?
I don't know. I would hope so. There was talk of last year putting a Kevin thing on our sleeves. Like every shirt was going to have some kind of Kevin thing on the sleeves, whether it was just his name and something. But whether they were going to design like a whole shirt or not. I want them to build the shadow box for his jersey for the Bumpin' Ugly. That, again, 2016 victory. Doug has that jersey when we did our little funeral service out there at WhirlyBall. And we were talking about that, so I think that's still a plan. Just maybe nobody's talked about it in a while.
That's right, Kevin had actually won it that year. We were just talking about he won B. He hit that 3-pointer.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna talk.
Yeah, he
that's
timed Kalen this double 3-pointers because it was Kevin and then Kalen, and then that took out Texas, and then so they just had to beat Seattle then. That was a good one.
That was probably the best game of WhirlyBall I've ever seen. That was a crazy ending.
I'm glad I recorded it. I did not record as much in 2016 as I maybe planned on doing, but it gave me a lot of perspective on what I needed to do to tighten up my game for 2017 as far as recording goes.
I just remember like smashing the glass and my palm was all sore the next day.
Well, my camera was on a door, and I remember Darby's their coach. Darby was banging on the door, and the camera just goes it just started vibrating down, like the little screw on the GoPro mount was loose. But my old trusty Rusty, this guy right here. I like these because typically what I do is you put the camera on this end, and then this end you put the battery, the big old battery. I'll probably do some more crazy window mounted cameras once I buy some wireless HDMI transmitters, because then I can pull I could set up a couple wireless cameras that will transmit back to here, so I could hardwire a center court camera, bring in 2 cameras that are wireless, and be able to switch to 3 different cameras on the fly if I feel like. It'd be fun to do. Probably do that for court 2 only, and probably put up a static 1 camera shot for court 1, because I don't want to try to do too much. I tend to do that. I tend to think really big, get a lot of big ideas, and get mad at myself for not being able to do it all. I gotta stop.
I was watching our practice from last Sunday though, and when you go to full screen, you can't see the scoreboard. I thought that was kind of lame.
Well, so here's another thing that you may or may not have heard me talk about before is, if I had 1 camera center camera, and then 2 cameras. I could put fourth input. I can nab that signal from the little computer that's up there in the ref booth. I can put a splitter up there and just steal the signal, and I can bring that in as a picture-in-picture element. You know, and I can make it as big as I want.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That'll be fun to play around with. I just haven't, you know, on a Sunday morning, I wake up and I start grabbing all my stuff, and it's like, what do I want to do in the morning? I get up there, it's just like, I just want to do the minimal.
Yeah.
But, you know, if we're setting up for a tournament, I could actually, like, leave stuff up there. Like, I could go up probably on a Monday or Tuesday or something and set up a whole bunch of stuff that I don't plan on taking down till Sunday. You know what I mean? And that's not a luxury that I have at every center. So I'm really going to try to take advantage of that this year, which was also my plan for last year. But
I'm gonna split.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
I'll see you Saturday or Sunday whenever I run into everybody.
Sounds good.
Well, Bill, I'm down to figure this out. So you and me will coordinate at some point. We'll aim for April or something.
Yeah, cool.
If it's earlier, great. I'll figure out something for a budget, and if we can use points, great. If not, like it didn't look like it was too crazy to fly Southwest or even taking Delta.
Okay.
So we can figure something out. But yeah, I'd like to do that. That'd be nice to hang out with everybody.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Awesome. All right, I'll have a good night.
Take care, guys. See ya.
Take it easy.
See ya. Who's left? Doc's still here?
3.
I'm still here for a few more minutes.
Yeah.
You say that every week, and then you end up being on for another hour.
I don't.
Then the next week, you tell us how tired you were and how hard it was to do your job.
My job's stupid simple. It's a matter of staying awake.
Fair enough.
My cat's sleeping for me right now. He's in between my legs. He's like, all right, cool. It's nap time. But yeah, I didn't even think about flying out to Michigan. Since the prices aren't ridiculous. Like, shoot, I'm not doing my tickets for nationals just yet. I'm probably gonna wait till next month. But like, with my voucher, I can get like a first class ticket to Michigan for like $100. So like, I think I'm gonna try to fly like in style there and back on the cheap.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that way I wanted to do it for sure in, and my mom had a good point. She goes, you should probably fly first class back since you're gonna be like miserable from flying. I was like, yeah, probably.
It's a good idea.
But they like American changed the way they do stuff where you can put in your voucher information and it'll just automatically take the price off. So it's like, okay, that might be worth it.
I flew on the same flight one time as Dan Serlin, and he was in first class, and I was like budget ass back of the plane. So I had to walk past him. He's all settled in his big leg space area, and I was like, he's like, hey, I know you.
Yeah, until I get some weight off, I have to be either in the exit row or a bigger seat because this is not comfortable, especially those long flights. Like the flight to Seattle coming home was like the most miserable I've ever been on an airplane.
Yeah, Seattle, that flight was kind of rough. I don't remember the flight back, but the flight out, I couldn't sleep. Like, I kept putting on movies and then falling asleep and then waking up at the end and being like, still not there. Put on another movie, fall asleep, being kind of paranoid that I'm snoring, so I like wake up easily. It was just a very restless flight out to Seattle.
Yeah,
I think on the way back I was probably just knocked out. I was probably just knocked out on the way back.
I only felt bad on the flight back home because I was in the aisle, but the seats aren't very big, so I'm like elbowing the dude next to me in the middle. So I'm trying to like hunch over, but because I'm hunching over now, I'm in the aisleway, getting in the way of everybody else, and it was just like a constant. okay, who do I inconvenience first, kind of thing. So that was a long 4 hours to get back. But, yeah. That's the only thing I worry about for like Southwest. They're not big seats. I flew Southwest once, and I did it for a company trip, and it was a little tight. But I mean, like I say, if I can make that work, then whatever. Like I said, assuming we get stimulus checks in the next month, there's some extra money I can throw that I wouldn't feel bad about spending.
Oh boy.
David run off to?
Yeah, I don't know. He shut off his video.
I do find it funny, the little poll Clint put out is like all these people that said no are like people I've never heard of, or people that I've like, when's the last time you've played?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm like, I don't even know who legitimately plays anymore.
I'm here. Somebody sent me a Facebook message and I was responding.
No worries.
You know me. Multitasking.
Yeah. Well, you're on your phone, so anytime you have to do anything else, it automatically shuts the video off. Right?
Does it shut the video off, or does it just freeze the picture?
It shuts the video off. Like you were off.
Really?
Yeah.
Because when I come back, like it has my photo wherever my last photo was frozen.
Yeah. Oh, so it shows you frozen to you. Yeah. You just dip out on our end.
Let me see. So if I like right now, I'm just kind of, and then. So right now there's no picture. It's just
Correct.
black.
Yeah, it actually.
Right.
It actually like shut off your video.
Huh. Interesting. I thought for a while people were making fun of me because I always said I was frozen in these weird ass looking positions because I would be looking down at the buttons, to change, and maybe they changed it. So now
I think maybe back in the day you were. That sounds familiar. Like maybe back because they changed the program. It's been a year. I'm sure there's been lots of updates over the year. I got to figure out in the next month. I probably got a month to think about it whether I want to renew the Zoom account.
Might as well.
How much was it?
It's not a lot. Less than Netflix. But unlimited. Like I could do this. Like we did that experiment for nationals. We just had to reload. It was 24 hours it would boot us off, right?
Sure.
And we just started.
I enjoy the calls. I know you're probably doing it as a work expense, whatever. But I mean, I'd throw some cash your way for paying for the Zoom.
Actually, everything that's Whirly Freak related is not business expense. I'm
okay.
I don't cheat the system or anything. I try to keep all my Whirly Freak stuff separate as a personal.
Okay. Then I would definitely, I'm not a rich guy, but I'd buy you a beer or three, or just I mean, if you got everybody that was here on a regular basis all through a 10 spot,
that would pay for it.
Pay for it. I got no problems.
It's
helping
fun.
Contribute.
It's fun. It's funny because I know so many people that are so anti-Zoom, like especially like at the tattoo shop. I was talking about today. I was like, I'm gonna have to renew my Zoom soon, and everybody's like, why do you do that? I was like, it's fun. You don't think it's fun? I'm sorry. Like when I first started using Zoom, we were in a lockdown, and I didn't go to my friend's house like my weekly every Friday night thing. So we would get on a Zoom call and there'd be 3 or 4 of us. They'd be throwing darts. Anybody that had a dartboard in their house be throwing darts, and I don't have a dartboard, so I would be the scoreboard. And I would share my screen and I'd pull up a paint file and I would just do hash marks. We're playing cricket for whenever anybody scored. It was a time. It was a good time. I mean, would we rather be in the same place hanging out? Yes, but we couldn't. Sure. So it was something to do.
Right. Well, like I say, I mean, I've said this before. There's some of the people in our group. I just don't understand. You know, they always, oh, I miss you guys. I miss whirlyball. Right. I miss hanging out. But then they don't want to get on.
Do you think it's because it's recorded? Do you think it's because I do the YouTube thing?
I think it's just. You know, they're kind of. I don't want to come across wrong because they're all really nice guys, but in some ways they're a little bit cliquish. They just have their little group, and they, you know, cliques. They don't, you know, like the conversation we had earlier about James and Mike and Sam and Jeremy and all that. You know, they don't play at that level for the most part, and they don't like the hype of the more experienced players that are the A players in the Unlimited because, you know, they're not in that group, and I'm not in that group. Like with James, I mean, I really like James. He's a really nice guy. Carl's a really nice guy. You know, Brad, a lot of those Court 1 players that I'm going to play against, but they're nice guys, and I go and I talk to them, and you know, I'm in the same age group as a lot of those guys versus, you know, these other guys that are in their, you know, 20s and 30s aren't. I think they feel a little bit more on the outside than I do. But that's just my opinion. I could be totally off base with that. So I don't know. I think because there's so many players at Seattle, it's easier to kind of fall into like different groups or different nights or whatever. So
yeah, our Michigan setup, you're thrown into the same day as everybody. You get to know the A players. They get to know you whether they like it or not. Though a lot of people are pretty antisocial. You don't have to talk to anybody if you don't want to, I guess. Took forever before Ben Heisel started talking to me. He just ignored me all the time. Then he was like, "Hey Gus," and I was like, "Ben, how you doing?" Who else used to ignore me? Most people know me now.
Everybody ignores me, so I don't. You know, I'm just used to it.
I'm a social butterfly. I'm well liked, which I always find funny. Like people in Seattle like me, and a lot of Seattle people hate Texas people, but I'm kind of like that exception.
That's because you're the big baby, Doc. He's just a big baby. Rock him to sleep.
I always laugh like when I played in A games, like when I blocked a wall one game, like Jay across the court's like, "That a boy, Doc," and I'm like chuckling because I know Wall's gonna like destroy me the next time we go down the court. As he just chuckles at me, I'm like, "Oh, I'm in trouble." Jay did the same thing.
Frank was on earlier, and we had a discussion about you know, if you were to start a whirlyball team, who would be your first choice? And you know, the homer that I am, I said James, and then the Detroit people were saying, Jeremy Bennett, and then then they came in, well, what about Mike Wall, and so just different names were thrown out, and then it went from just like Frank was saying, 1-on-1, moving the cars versus because James isn't a bad defender. James is a good defender, but Jeremy's younger, and it just all these factors would play into it, but. And then Mike Wall, and offensively and defensively, how tough he is because of how tall he is, and it was a pretty interesting. And then it turned into, okay, if you had 2-on-2, and what did we say? It was Mike and Jeremy against James and Sam, and
they were getting all serious about the odds, the betting odds.
Yeah, where would you set the odds? If you got to give points, and it was a pretty fun conversation to have. Stop.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is like the main player is nice, but it's all like who are they playing with? That's what I've always noticed. Like with like James wins a lot of tournaments, but usually it's not necessarily James who's the highest score, or there's other factors. Like when they played in Seattle, James had Joe's brother Eric on his team, and he would light it up all over the court. And James was just kind of, when he'd get open shots, he'd take them. But Eric was the one getting all the points because everybody was so worried about James.
Right.
And that's kind of how I've noticed, like, Wall is a great player, and you got to have other people on the court to balance out stuff as well, because he hit, like, those games kind of separate depending on how your extra players kind of are, and how they're playing versus your main person is.
Right. Well, it's like was it the year they went to was it Texas or Cleveland that James had to be what year did with Ben and all the they won unlimited, but they didn't have any of the old school players. They just had,
that was Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland. So James took all the young guys and won with them, and none of the older players were there. Now the flip side of that is the next year, then the younger players who they were being left off the team, they were like, oh, we should get a play unlimited. So they played the younger guys against the older guys, and then the older guys won. But James does. He draws attention, and he makes the players around him better. He can take over a game if he needs to, but he also can hold his own with just about anybody. I mean, obviously, if you took the three of us and somebody went, that'd be different. But you get those guys at that level, so it's hard to say. And then you get a game, like where Jeremy got so hot, was unstoppable. So
Atlanta.
There's a reason James's name is on that unlimited trophy 22 times, 21 times, whatever it is now. So he should be on this call. I'm gonna message him, tell him to get his lazy butt on there, and be like, James, we're talking about you. Get on the call.
I think I saw some stat that like either Crosby or James is on the Unlimited Cup like every time except for like I want to say it's twice, maybe 3 times in the entire time they've been doing Unlimited. Now, granted, James has the vast majority of that, but like the years James doesn't win, usually Crosby's on there.
Doc,
the year
are you watching?
Ben Detroit has been on there.
Doc,
Obviously.
you watching our last practice on there?
Yeah. It's been on the whole time I've been on.
I just noticed that in the reflection of your Thor post.
Oh, are you seeing it? Yeah, no, it's been on for a while.
Well, I don't think there's a year on the Unlimited Cup that James's name isn't on there. I think it's except Detroit has won the times they won, but I think James's name is on there every single time.
Whenever it was a Seattle victory.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'd have to go look.
Because I know for sure there's 2 or 3 times. I know in the Michigan won in 16 because that was the Michigan, or maybe that was A. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. I know Michigan won something in Texas, and they won again in Atlanta.
Yeah, Texas was the year that James. Texas was the year that James hurt his elbow, and then
that's right.
He didn't play in Unlimited.
That's right. Because he went to go get a.
He tried to get not tetanus.
Trying to get a shot of.
Yeah, I don't remember the Unlimited game in 16. I don't remember it at all.
It was, yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember limited. I remember it was a big deal with the A stuff because Darby won, and that was his last.
Yep, his last one.
Raw, yeah.
Yeah, I watched that game.
James was hurt. Didn't either. Well, he played.
It was a cortisone shot. Yeah, he tried to go get a cortisone shot.
They wouldn't inject it in the part of the elbow that was bothering him.
Yeah.
And that was also, I think, was that also the one where somebody was there and somebody had a family emergency and flew out, so they flew Joe in?
That was Nan. He had a Nan and a family emergency, so Joe flew in and for Miami, and they nearly made the finals because it was
right. But they took Brad Elke off the unlimited team and had Joe for unlimited.
Yeah, that was. I'm kind of like on the fence on how that went down. Like, I felt that was kind of shady.
Well, yeah, because you practice as a team, and then it's supposed to be for Seattle. It's supposed to be the best 5 available players, and Joe's a better player than Brad. So,
and I think Elke took it in stride. Credit to him, but like, I'd be lying if he probably wouldn't have been disappointed.
He was very disappointed, but he did. He said, well, this is what it is. So I don't think it would have mattered. Just like I say, because James was super ineffective, and it's one of those ones where you go out there as a player and you're hurt and you know you shouldn't play, but you feel like, oh, me at 80% is better than somebody else at 100. But
yeah, at the very least, you're a decoy to open somebody else up.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Actually, I better start getting my Texas guys on the court since you guys are going to play every week, Gus.
Seems like it. Yeah, we're gonna try to get back into the groove. I mean, it's crazy that I've actually in the last 4 weeks played 3 times. That's crazy compared to what this last year has been.
Yeah, because you hadn't played for 10 months.
Right. We played 2 times last year since the lockdown, in the last year. Yeah, crazy. What a crazy year.
Yeah.
We were talking about it today that we're coming up on, we're only like a couple of weeks away from that, where we were going to be shut down for just a couple weeks. Just a couple weeks. We had no idea how long it was going to be. We're just going to shut things down for a couple weeks, see if we can't flatten that curve. And it turned into 3 months. And I don't know if it made us any better off or not. It seems like we're still in the same boat a year later that we were.
Well, they said physical cases have dropped down significantly.
Yeah.
The death toll is still really high. It's still like at 2,000 a day. But
it was 4,000 a day for a while.
Yeah, they said the big thing was like the cases are down like over 50%, where it's now, instead of being 250,000 kind of thing, we're creeping closer to 100,000 a day, and death tolls are dropping, and that by the time, especially with the 3rd vaccine about to get approved for distribution here the next week, that by like April there should be like this massive switch over. That's messed up, dude.
That's mean.
They said he was lucky he didn't die. So,
yeah, there's that.
Somebody sent me that. You can't read it. It says Tiger's New Woods.
Oh, we can read it.
Oh, we can read it. That's why we're like, dang.
My name cuts off the woods, but then what is cut off? It says too soon with a question mark.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't see that.
Yeah.
It's a little too soon. But yeah, it could have been worse. Dude could have died.
Oh yeah. Well, he's not out of the woods yet. I mean, the reality is, well, I know that the kind of like Alex Smith when he injured his leg so bad, and he got infection and he almost died from the infection.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
They say that Tiger will have almost daily, at least for the foreseeable future. They're predicting that he'll have to have like daily cleanings of his wounds to make sure he doesn't get an infection.
Right.
So
I don't know if he'll play golf again.
Well, I mean,
it's not whether he'll play golf again; it's whether he'll be able to play at any level.
Right.
That he could compete on the PGA Tour. Go to the senior tour or something like that. So.
Let's hope he saved up some of that money, eh?
He's got money. Yeah, he's got more money than he'll ever need. His his great grandkids are set up for life at this point.
Yeah. What he just bought a sports team, or no? What did he? I just saw a thing that he bought.
I didn't see that.
Oh, he's sponsoring one of the NASCAR. He has a NASCAR team now.
He has a
that
NASCAR
he's
team.
sponsoring.
Okay.
So
maybe he'll start driving for the car.
No. It's actually Bubba Wallace is his driver.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
that's a name I've heard before.
No. Let me see. You
trying to bug James?
I messaged James. He didn't respond, so.
Nah, he wasn't going to.
Yes. Well, all right. I better get out of here. I said I was going to stay 15 minutes. We're at 25, so let me take off.
All right.
I should be on time next week.
Hopefully we can get a trivia going. It's been too long.
Start plotting my Michigan trip now since we're.
I have a credit with Delta Airlines from last March. I don't know if I'll get to use that. That might just go away.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't Tiger Woods. It was Michael Jordan.
I was going to say Jordan
that got the NASCAR team. Sorry, I was mixing up my professional athletes. Yeah. But all right, Doc.
All right, I'll see you guys next week.
I'll be here. I think.
Doc. It's me and the professional Zoomer, David Bowen.
Oh, let me see.
It says 2 people are watching. I know one of them's Amy, but I wonder who the other person is. Who's still watching? It's not me. Is it me? I'm not watching.
I messaged James and he's like, "Why? What's up?" And I'm like, "Oh, nothing." I said, "We just haven't seen you in forever." According to the Forbes list, because you can go out and look at the Tiger Woods' estimated net worth is $800 million. So yeah, he's okay.
He gonna be all right. As long as he doesn't get an infection in those legs. That'd be pretty scary. I saw the vehicle. I saw the picture of the vehicle or whatever.
Yeah.
Car accidents are scary. our death machines. We like to drive around in our death machines, don't we?
Well, if you drive them correctly, if everyone drove them correctly, they wouldn't be death machines. But people speed and people don't signal, and they change lanes. And I always, I drive a lot, especially when I was driving for Uber. You get, I'd see these people driving, no lights on, not using signals, changing lanes. I always loved when people would weave in and out of traffic, changing lanes, and their lane would slow down, and then they'd try to change the next lane, and you'd get up to the light where they had to stop, and they were one car in front of you, but you watch them weave back and forth for 3 miles trying to get ahead.
I remember being behind somebody once. Their license plate literally said "one more ahead" or something. One ahead or something. And I was like, well, that's funny, because they were that was their behavior, and their license plate reflected it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're one more ahead. That's cool.
James says he's putting his kids to bed, so I don't know if he'll get on after or not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we didn't have no Seattle representation tonight except me.
Wow. No Steve, no Mark.
No Steve, no Mark, no John Weber's in Oregon, so
right.
I messaged him.
But saw Weber and Mark on the Facebook.
Yeah, I saw him on there too.
It's like
Mark responded, John didn't. So
what did Mark say?
Oh, he just said he was out with friends.
Oh, yeah.
And then I said, yeah, the people, you haven't been on for 3 weeks, and he was like, they're counting, and I'm like, I guess so.
They're counting. I'm counting. I'm the one telling you. They're counting. David Bowen's counting. Counting on you to come out on Wednesday for the Zoom call.
I tried.
Oh well.
I was gonna message Devin directly and see if I could get him to get on the call. I think I can get him to get on the call. But his mom, just passed away.
Give him some time.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about it because we were doing we were yakking on like Friday or something, and I was like, you know what? Because he was saying how much he missed us.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? On Wednesday, I'm going to message him directly and be like, yo, Devin, get on the Zoom call, man. Don't listen to these other people. Give it a shot. And then his mom passed away, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna push it this week.
Yeah.
I'll wait till next week, and I'll send him a personal message and be like, dude, jump on the call, man. Just check it out. Like I say,
get your mind off of things.
I've told all these guys, I'll stop messaging you if you just got on one time for 20 minutes and checked it out, saw if you liked it or not. Quit telling me you miss us and miss seeing us, and then you don't get on the Zoom call. That irritates me.
Yeah.
So, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? My dog's sick. Gotta take him to the vet tomorrow.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's got. It's like he has a hairball. He's and he's like he's choking, and he coughs up. And earlier he was like coughing up mucus. I don't know if he's got like kennel cough, or dogs can get pneumonia, or he could actually have some of his symptoms would point to coronary heart disease. Fluid in the heart chamber. So I don't know what's going on. They're gonna have to check him out tomorrow.
How old is he?
He's 11 and a half.
Yeah.
He's a lab. He's a large breed.
Yeah. That's getting it to be an elderly dog for that breed, right?
Yeah. I have a friend that has a 17-year-old lab.
What?
Drop.
See, yep. I had a come on, brain, work with me. Irish Setter Golden Retriever mix that lived to be 15.
Yeah.
That was a pretty old dog, and I was spoiled because I thought, dogs can live that long. I've never had another dog ever get anywhere near that age.
Funny because they were doing trivia on the radio, and one of the they do it here in Seattle. There's one of the local radio hosts is a trivia expert, and people call in, and they call it Win Brooks Bucks, and you can win $100 if you beat her at trivia.
Mm-hmm.
Tie goes to the house, so if you tie, you don't win. But they asked, what was the oldest dog in recorded history? And I was like 17 or 18, I think is what I thought in my mind.
Probably some 20-year-old small dog.
Like 23 or something like that. It's really crazy.
I see that. I can picture that for like a cat. Like cats live over 20.
Cats get up close to 40 sometimes. Oldest dog ever. Let me see. What's it say? Bluey, the greatest reliable age recorded for a dog is 29 years, 5 months for an Australian cattle dog named Bluey.
Wow.
He was a puppy and he was born in 1910.
Wow.
He was put to sleep in 1939. So,
that's crazy.
That's like a 120-year-old person.
Right.
The oldest cat ever, according to the record books, was called Cream Puff. Born August 3rd, 1967, lived 38 years and 3 days. So, it can happen. So 29 for a dog, 38 for a cat.
That cat was almost as old as me.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Probably lived a better life.
Maybe.
I'm kidding. But I actually was thinking of you. I don't know if we talked about this. I was shopping with my daughter at Christmas.
Okay.
We were walking through the mall. We have a Lego store here.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
And they have a Sesame Street Lego set now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it.
And it was sold out online when I was totally going to get one.
Oh, they're available now. They have them in the store. But I saw that and I was like, oh, Gus could add that to his street, to his city.
We almost got that. Amy and I were talking about it. There's, do you remember Wormy or Oscars?
Oscar graphics. Yeah.
So they have a little Lego piece that's printed. That's a Wormy. It's
okay.
It's kind of cute.
All right.
It's like, okay, he's just a little Lego piece,
Yeah.
They printed it in a way it looks like Wormy.
Well, that's like here up just north of Seattle. There's a guy that he makes weapons for Lego that hold, they go in the, because they do like swords and stuff, but they don't do guns.
Right. Lego as a company doesn't like guns.
Right.
And even their swords and stuff are kind of like, But there's several different third-party weapons companies that I've bought from. There's Brick Warriors, Brick Arms.
Yeah.
There's one more I know I've bought stuff because my Lego City Police, they all have handguns. They're all armed. Well, most of them are, and then some of my bad guys they have some guns, and
well, that's like when I was looking at for the Smurf meme, and I got that Papa Smurf meme that I got.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Huh?
Well, you were reaching. What are you wired to that was following you across?
This is my headphones.
Okay.
It's weird because let me show
I've never
you.
noticed them before.
Yeah. So the headphones comes from this monitor because believe it or not, these two guys they have microphone inputs. There's no headphone jack on these. So this monitor receives an output from this guy and it feeds through back down to my streaming device. So the signal goes from here up to here and then back down to the streaming device. Now this thing actually can stream by itself. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. This one can stream by itself. I just don't use it. Mostly because my signal's not very strong, apparently, and I've had issues. What I was reaching for. This is a little non-Lego weapon that goes with Han Solo very well, as it is his gun.
The blaster.
Yeah, it's his blaster. And I have Chewie. He's in the other room. Chewie has his bowcaster. And I had to buy those. That's a third party. That's not like official Lego.
Right. Well, it's yeah. When I was searching for the Smurf meme earlier,
yeah,
there was one that came up. I saw that had like 3 or 4 Smurfs. They're like, "Yo, MTV, we don't like you anymore. You said blue lives don't matter."
It's funny you said that because I thought of that today, that a Smurf should totally have a Blue Lives Matter shirt. Because this is my this is original Lando. This is the first. This is the first Lando Calrissian Lego guy, because there's been several since. But this is what a Lego gun would look like. Like, what is that? That doesn't look like a gun.
Here, kitty.
This is a Lego Star Wars gun. That's like a
Guido.
It's Greedo.
Yeah. I have. Let's see. Where are they? Maybe not. Trying to find.
This thing's a little dusty, but this is what I've been pulling these guys from. This was a little display. I got Chewbacca's supposed to be in this blank space right here. Greedo, Lando, Han, and Chewie. I got some Guardians, I got some Ghostbusters, and then I got some Star Wars stuff on the bottom. I have so many Star Wars.
Here's my guy.
Oh, hey, look at that. Are those original?
These are original, 1977.
Oh yeah, that Darth Vader's totally original. Where's his vinyl cape though?
Yeah, well, 1977. These are in plague good condition.
So you don't have the lightsabers.
This Luke is not original 77.
Yeah.
But I have the original Luke 77. These are. I have a large original collection, and my son. I let him display some in his room, and then when my roommate moved into my son's room, I just threw these in the thing, so in the closet here.
I have a whole bunch of Star Wars toys up at my parents' house, but kind of makes me wonder where my Boba Fett is.
I'll be right back. I'm going incognito.
Incognito. Now it looks like we're down to just one viewer, which is probably sleeping Amy. Unless she shut it off, which she should be, because you should be sleeping Amy. But I thought I heard myself earlier in the other room with the 2-second delay. Yeah, I don't know. As the night goes on, I start talking quieter and quieter. I don't know if anybody notices that.
All right, I'm back.
He's back.
Forrest Gump. You know what he says? I gotta pee.
I gotta pee.
Come on. Coming in? Staying out. Coming in, going out. My dog wants me to go outside and play with him, but I'm like, not quite yet. I'm still on a Zoom call.
We're zooming, doggy.
Now he's gonna bark at me. He didn't want to come in when I opened the door.
No.
Come on in the house. Where's your ball? Where's your ball go? All right, I'll come outside. It's cold out here. It's like 40 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not wearing shoes.
40 feels pretty good after some, like, sub-zero temperatures.
Oh, yeah. No, I get it. I know.
Like, everybody in Michigan is all like, woo, summer. It's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when summer ends and you get, down in the low 50s, you're like, oh, I got to put on long pants. And then you spend 6 months in, 30 to 50 degrees. You start getting above 50 again in April and May. It's like shorts weather.
Yeah. Except for us, it goes down into the teens. Get down.
We rarely get down that low here.
Yeah. No, that's
Every few years.
That's pretty consistent for us. February sucks. February is the worst month for temperatures typically. We'll get cold days in January, December, November. We'll get snowstorms. But February just sucks all the time. That's why it's a short month. Nobody wants to suffer February for one more day.
Sure.
It always cracks me up though. Michigan people complain about the weather in March, like it's not going to snow one more time in April. It'll melt the next day, but it's going to snow in April. Let it go.
Sure.
Everybody's like, oh my God, it's snowing in April. It's like, yes, it does that every year. Shut up.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's the same in Michigan than here in Washington, where, we go through the winter and, oh, it's so cold, it's so cold, it's so cold. And then, you get to May, and the first day that it's like 75, and they're like, oh my God, it's so hot, I had to turn my air conditioning on.
Yeah, 75 is not hot.
Well, when you're used to 40s and 30s and 20s, it is.
Well,
it's all about what you're acclimated to.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the heat at the shop doesn't even have to be set to 70 degrees. It's going to, if it's 40 degrees outside, just the heat from the building, from everybody else running heat, fills it up. And so I tend to keep the temperature at 66. So when it's cold, everybody's kind of cold, and I have to, when I show up to the shop, I bump it up to 70. But when it's not cold, it's too damn hot. Like, we were, the thermostat was at 66 all day, but at one point I went and checked it because I was like sweating. Now, granted, I got a tattoo and I was sweating because I was like, I'm getting a tattoo, my body's sweating. But it was like 71 in there. I was like, how did we get to 71 when the thermostat's at 66? It's 4 degrees outside. But I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, heat's not something we have to worry about. It does suck, though, in the spring. I hate turning on the air. That's the worst thing. I want to put off turning on the air for the longest time, if I can.
I don't have AC in my house here, so yeah.
Oh.
Per capita, there is less air conditioning in Washington State than any other state in the United States.
Huh. Well, we were there in July, and it didn't feel hot. 2019, July. It was.
Yeah, but what are you used to in Detroit in July? What's the temperature in Detroit in July?
Like 90.
Yeah, I mean, we very rarely get above it. 8. We're in the low 80s. It's hot here.
Yeah.
That's why people like it here, because it's very, very moderate climate. I mean, in the winter, most of the time it's above 40, and in the summer, most of the time it's below 80. And
July and August tend to be like 80, 90 all the time, like fluctuates.
But, I mean, in Washington, when it gets below 40, it gets into the low 30s. That it's dangerous because people don't always have adequate heat. And then in the summer, if it gets above 90, it can be dangerous because people don't have adequate air conditioning or way to cool down.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Well, I don't think anybody else is going to get on. You ready to get out of here?
I can. Yeah. I'll go to bed.
Julie didn't jump on tonight, so.
No, she didn't.
I messaged her. So. All right, man. I'll see you next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. We'll see you.
Peace.
Take it easy.
Later.
All right. Well, that is the end of the Zoom call. So it might as well be the end of the live stream, I would say. Let me put on some outro music because I like it. Later on, the videos will pop up. Subscribe to the channel.